Sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut. Yeah. Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran. No fucking stupid, we ain't losing. Grind like something to prove it. Came to conclusion that it's proven. Yeah, I'm proven with a reliable source. Straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to your side. Worldwide, we in your city. Keep it 150. We never change what's happening. Hurdle and get it cracking. No capping, we never lacking. Light them up, better stay in your lane.
There's only three Lakers that I would not look the other way if I saw them motherfuckers coming. That's Kareem, that's Worthy, and that's Coop. The rest of them damn Lakers, fuck them.
That's bullshit that Robert Parrish said.
Coop, you know I got your back like a backpack, boy. Fuck Robert Parrish. You know he ain't shit. It's all good. You know, fuck the Celtics, all of them.
We see you like shit, you fucking slap dicks. Issues get pressed so past it, don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown, killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap. Smitty and Jason Brown, we killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it.
To put the fear of God in these motherfuckers!
Man, we are in the building. Pound the like button, man, right out the gate, because we got a loaded lineup today. We got a loaded show today on a Monday. We're back after the long holiday. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Got you some food. I cooked it up. God damn, the motherfucking prime rib was unbelievable. It was worth the money spending that Sam's Club. Let me tell you, it was worth the money I spent to get it. But you can't fuck up the cook. You fuck up the cook, you wasted $200. So, unbelievable prime rib. Still got some. My dogs eat prime rib. That's how cold it is. That's how cold of a game this is. But we're on Merciless Monday, man. We got a lot to discuss. We got a insider, Ole Miss insider, former Ole Miss player and director of personnel, former Bama recruiting coordinator, player personnel, AJ McCarron's former head football coach in high school. Our main man, Tyler Syski, my bad. He'll be joining the show. And then Shaun King, Eric Weddle. We got a loaded lineup, man. So pound the like button, man. I want to lead off by saying rest in peace to our American National Guards who were murdered in cold blood in front of the White House on American soil. Yeah, you heard it right. By some radical communist extremist terrorists, which we've allowed in this country over the past several years. I don't care whose fault it is. And I'm not here to blame nobody, but we need to fucking fix it because the purge is coming if it isn't fixed. I'm just telling you right now. I want to be very, very clear here without getting into a fucking holy war to begin the show. But all my brothers and all my white brothers, we need to figure this shit out and figure it out quick. This ain't about black and white no more. It's going to come down to American versus fucking Islamic, American versus anti-American. And if you ain't American, just fucking leave. If you are American, fuck color. Bleed this red, white, and blue. Team up, band together. Shit's about to get real. And if you want your kids, wives, and sisters to be raised in this shit, go ahead and just hate on what I'm saying. If you don't, let's get the fuck together and figure this shit out. Turn over a new leaf and become America again. There are many, many worse places. Just ask these fucks who are here on our soil and not at their place. Make it make sense. But what do I know? College football is lost. It is confused. College football is dazed. It used to be about developing. It used to be about creating relationships while earning your degree, which led to careers after football. You would meet boosters, business owners. Never forget who you were. Guy that owned the car dealer, loved you as a player for all 4 years. He set you up for jobs later in life. Now they couldn't remember you if you bit them in the ass. They couldn't get rid of you faster. And for the coaches out there who could care less in this new age system, which has ruined our youth and ruined the profession, shame on us. Lane Kiffin has done it again. He has not only left a school after telling a school that he was humbled at a former school, such as USC, Tennessee, the Raiders, FAU, after his father had passed away, again came out and said, I've learned, I'm humbled. I don't want to make the same mistakes, blah, blah, blah. Homie, no, you weren't. You're a Class A narcissist, just as I am, just as all alpha males in this profession are. The difference between me and you is that I admit it, homie. I own it. And don't act better than you are, homie. And don't talk behind people's back, homie. I tell you to your face. And I was there for you. I helped you through thick and thin. And was always behind your back without a fucking knife, homie. I could care less what you did or what you do. I could care less about those fucking kids at Ole Miss. You all created this after begging for it to go and be this way. You wanted to be paid. So man up. Hey, kids, stop crying and bitching, homie. Y'all want to see you say you're adults now, right? You get paid. You wanted to get paid. You ain't kids no more. Man up. Your coach left. Man up. You can man up and say decommitment 27 times and thank God I'm decommitting from school A and going to school B. You can do that 20 fucking times, but once the shit gets tough, you start crying. Homie, you crying about not being able to coach the playoffs, Lane, is bitch made. You blaming everyone else but your fucking self is bitch made. Your ass can coach the playoffs, homie. Man up and stay put. Coach the playoffs. If you wanted the LSU job, then get the fuck out. I would have fired your ass when you told the world after the Egg Bowl you didn't want to be at Ole Miss no more. Because they asked you and you said, well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I would have fired you. Your staff didn't even want to go with you. And yes, I've seen some text messages. Your players didn't want to see you in the meeting. And your fan base booed you on the tarmac as you once again ran without winning shit. Sure, Lane, you win games, but you have never won the game. You've never won the last game. I've never seen someone more touted and wanted and salivated over that's never won anything in my motherfucking life. You better win and win now, or your ass is cooked, fried, steamed, my brother. Good luck to you. And Knox, I love you, big dog. Keep doing you. But your daddy is who he is. And Lane, homie, message to you between old friends. Be careful of destination addiction. You think happiness is in the next place? Happiness is never where you are until you give up the idea that happiness is somewhere else. Let that sink in, dog. But what do I know? What I do know is that the Rams lost, the Colts lost, the 49ers and Seahawks won. They're closing in on the Rams in the West. The Texans closing in on the Colts in the South. Bama, Oklahoma, Miami, Notre Dame, BYU, Texas, and Ole Miss. Without Lane, will now await the selection committee seedings once this weekend's championship round is up. Who's going to be left out? We shall see. Does Ole Miss drop after Lane's departure? The committee has the right to drop them, just so you know. It's in the literature. So we shall see what they do. Colorado and Prime ends up 3-9. He prime rib now. And the Last Supper is all he had to say. He has become a mockery at this point. Shedeur looked mid again against the Niners that dominated him. The prime sexuals will blame the wind, the ball, the weather. But the real ones know he's garbage and he's a fifth rounder. He threw every single ball behind the line of scrimmage. Are you shitting me? Anything that went above the line of scrimmage, he overthrew them. Auburn hires Golish. Satderfield to Arkansas. From Memphis. Michigan State fires my boy Jonathan Smith and hires Northwestern old head coach Pat Fitzgerald almost immediately. Tells you it's a cold business. Colder than the dope game. I've always told you. Florida hires Summerall. Lane is off to LSU. Penn State seems like the last one picked in the game at recess. Remember the last kid picked at the game? You're at recess and motherfuckers they didn't pick you. You were last. Penn State, man, you better look in the mirror. UCLA is set to hire James Madison head coach. McChesney and Ohio State will take on Indiana in what could be the best game of the year to decide the Big Ten championship. Crazy, crazy weekend to discuss. But what do I know? What I do know is my Far East Sider, 317, LeBron hairline having, Lamar Jackson loving, AR5 defending, Danny Dimes off the bandwagon, my main man, Big Smitty calling from ATL.
Ooh, ATL, ho.
You in Atlanta, homie?
What's going on?
You in Atlanta?
Yeah, man. I'm down south, man. I'm in Atlanta where the players play, man. On some business.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me ask something. Do they turn hoes into housewives down there?
I'm a hoe. You know I'm a hoe. How do you know? Because I told you so. Lane hoe.
I'm a hoe.
You know he a hoe.
Hey, I ain't mad at being a hoe. I'm a hoe.
Just own it.
I owned it, though. Smitty, I own every day of the show. I got A's leaving me left and right now because they saw the show.
You love being a hoe. Like, you embrace it. You embrace being a hoe.
Huh? Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. Like,
homie, real quick, though, homie. I got to clap it up, bro. You said something that was like damn near quote of the day-ish, like CTB-ish. And I got to give you praise. I mean, you talked about destination addiction. And you said something like, you think happiness is in the next place. Happiness is never where you are until you give up the idea that happiness is somewhere else.
Yes.
You basically said it like,
damn, I didn't know I said it like that, but yeah.
You'll never be happy right now if you're always thinking that there's something better.
Nope.
Now, that's a fucking ball. I hope the chat embraces that, what you said.
I learned that, and that's why I said it. Like, I always, so I had a bad rep starting off my coaching career.
Uh-huh.
I was a hot, heavy, fast guy because I was a recruiter. I was a play caller, and I was ahead of the curve. If you ask most people, they'll say early 2000s when I started doing this thing after my career was done, I said, right away, I had Orlando Scandrick as a true sophomore in high school.
Yep.
And he was playing fucking fullback for the coach that they replaced me, that I replaced.
Yeah.
So they give me the interim head coach at my alma mater, Artesia High, my first job ever. And I'm like, this motherfucker right here is like a freak. Why is he playing fullback?
Right.
So I put him at kick return. He led the fucking CIF and kickoff return touchdowns as a sophomore. I put him at running back, gave him the ball like 30 times a game. Motherfucker was going bananas on everybody.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, damn, we're winning now. And now we almost beat La Mirada, who was a powerhouse. We held the closest game of the year or whatever. So they knew, JB got the hit factor. That I was there just that 1 year. I didn't even try to interview for the head job because I was like, I go straight back to college. I went right to JUCO. So I went back to my alma mater, Compton, ran the offense as a first-time play caller.
Mm-hmm.
Then I took a head coaching job at a high school the very next year. Then I go back and I go to the new JUCO.
What?
Then I went to ELAC and got my feet wet like in a bigger school, bigger JUCO.
Yeah.
Then I go and get the head job at Compton College. I was the youngest head coach in JUCO in California.
Damn, okay.
I was like 28. Yeah. Then the debacle happens there. It's a fucking shit show. California loses its funding to Compton. El Camino takes Compton College over administratively. Compton loses accreditation. Blah, blah, blah. I go to San Bernardino Valley. My dad passed away. Well, while I'm taking these jobs, I bring all my motherfuckers.
Right.
Now everybody, JB's a cheating motherfucker. He takes the players from over here. Motherfucker, they were my players anyway, bitch. Then I left from there. I went to another school. And I left Chafee. I went to San Bernardino. I left San Bernardino. Went to Chafee College.
Damn, fucking Jay Kiffin.
Yeah.
You was everywhere, weren't you?
You see why we used to get along? I mean,
Wayne Brown? Like, what the hell was you on, homie?
I'm saying that's so they don't like that shit. So I know. See, that's why I'm not so quick to bash Lane and all these coaches.
But you came there and bashed him like a few minutes ago.
Nah, I just said real shit. But like, we'll get into it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm both sides.
Like you damn near on the fence. Like you damn near like don't know
I played and I coach, but
you damn near me right now. Like in a way. Like you on the fence right now. You gotta pick a side. What's that book in your hand though, homie? Ego is the enemy.
Nothing. We'll get to that. But anyway, man.
What's going on, chat? I ain't talking to the chat, man. We got D Jones in here, man. We got Cole Vaden. We got the real Hercules, Luciano, man. We got Jared. I hate that y'all got y'all real like YouTube act names. I don't like that, but there's nothing we can do about it, I guess. We got Daniel Caps. We got I Hate Quinn. I know the culture struggle. We're gonna get to that in a minute. But we got way much more to talk about before we get to there. So y'all be patient. Hit the like button on your way in. And JB?
Yeah. Smitty, I don't know, man. We had our last show deleted. We don't know why.
I know. I forgot about that, homie.
Yeah, and my boy Zach Smith had his whole channel deleted. So they're out there.
Again?
Like his whole channel's gone.
That's happened to him before, though, right?
Huh?
That's happened to him before, like a long time ago, right? Or no?
Not his whole channel, like a show or whatever, and then you appeal it and you get a strike or whatever.
So his whole channel gone
after 6 years, yeah.
Like that's not to get in his pockets, but that's how he make his money though. Like that's how he.
Yeah, he's big on Patreon.
Oh, okay, cool then.
But you just check his pocket, by the way. You don't know if he's cool, man. You just say he's cool. And motherfucker might be broke as shit. So anyway,
Patreon be popping on Patreon.
Patreon we don't know what he makes on there. We don't know what he makes on Patreon. We don't know though. So you just actually count his pocket without it.
But like I know Zach enough to know he's real good with his packaging.
He is.
Like he got the real lights organized.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football package, Sunday Night Football package, 30. Like he real good with that. So I'm assuming he's decent. If he's not decent, I mean I gotta T's and P's for him. I don't have no money for him. I don't really know him enough to give money, but I pray for him though.
I've given him a couple contacts. We'll see if he gets his shit back, but that's fucked up, man. I know how that feeling is when we got hacked and all that shit. So I get it, that feeling. But
we gotta be careful. We can't be losing shows. So don't say,
that's what I'm saying. Like we don't know why.
Don't say their name today.
I know, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I just don't understand. Like, I don't know, man. But maybe we even take it down.
We gotta be careful with under. We gotta be careful with all that shit. I don't know what to do.
No, we're not gonna do it no more. We're just gonna do social media.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to take those. We're going to take all that over to Patreon.
I got to see my schedule's real weird this week. I'm going to give you more information as I know, but I might hop on Patreon tonight depending on how my schedule goes. We got Monday Night Football tonight. We'll figure it out though, homie. I'm feeling good. I'm in Atlanta. We got Quote of the Day. We got CTB. We got a lot of shit.
I'll be on Patreon tonight for the game as well. I'm going to start doing it. I'm starting to create a Patreon cooking channel that I'm in the mix of, and I got a person that's willing to do they want to do an audio book on a cookbook, my version though.
Oh
yeah. Slapdick ribs, slapdick.
Yeah, add 3 cups of sugar. Motherfucker, don't forget the salt. Slapdick. Oh man.
Yeah.
Ooh, we might get rich off that.
Who?
That might be our way out.
Who?
Us. Y'all.
I mean, listen, I get it. I'm a coach. My motto was, it ain't about me. It's about us.
Yeah.
But in this instance, it would be about me.
Really?
I'm saying if I make so much, I'll throw you some. But you know what I'm saying? But you can produce it.
I didn't throw you idea. I told you to make the cook show. I was the one that motivated you. I told you about streaming, Rampage. I give you the idea. You take it, and then you get paid for it, and then don't give me nothing.
And I fuck you. I fuck you on it. Yeah.
BBS.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. That's BPS, by the way. We'll figure it out, and then you never hear from me again.
We'll never figure it out. You're gonna delete my number, everything.
Yeah. Quote of the day, though, brought to you by Smitty. Smitty, don't blame distractions. Improve your focus. And I'm talking directly to the Ole Miss players that chose to stay at Ole Miss and said, fuck it. It's a distraction right now, and I'm sad. And motherfucker, you get paid money now. You have opportunities to enter the portal now. Yep. You can leave now and do whatever you want now. Yep. You have more autonomy than any football players ever had at the NCAA level.
Yep.
Stop making a distraction and improve your damn focus, dog.
Yep.
Man the fuck up and focus on winning a playoff game. You've made it to the college football playoff. Fuck the distraction. Your distractions will eliminate you before you even get started, dog.
Yep.
So, players, man up. Contrary to beliefs, Smitty. Next stop is the stop. Contrary to belief. You get out that work. You get how it works now. Yeah.
Oh my
Next
God.
time. Yeah. Contrary to belief. See how you get it? Different now?
Stop.
Huh?
The next stop is a stop.
Yeah. Contrary to belief. That's it.
The thing what Lane is thinking. He keep thinking that though. Lane keep thinking the next stop is a stop. So he never stops.
That's my point.
Going.
Yeah. He never stops.
He just keeps going.
So the next stop ain't the stop for him.
So he down there like contradicting himself every time he say that. JB, real quick, define like what is a hoe?
A hoe?
Yeah.
Well, we're hoes. Well, I am.
I'm married.
Here's the bad rap women get.
I'm a business hoe.
So women get a bad rap for being a hoe, but men are more like hoish than women because we'll fuck on anything. Because like we already had that discussion. Remember, we have things that goes in it, and we just wipe our shit off and it's clean. They got shit that gets like all moved around and shit. You know, lips fucked up. You know, labia, clit. So like all that shit gets fucked up, right?
Yeah.
So we could classify them as a hoe because we all say they get ran through.
Yeah.
They get ran through by many dicks or whatever. We run through as much as we care, and we're like glorified.
It's like it's honorable to do that. Yeah.
So like it's a little sexist in that regard, but you know what? At the same time, they push out a kid with a head like this.
Yeah.
So like they could take it. So that's God made that tool, that muscle for them. But at the same time, I think a hoe is classified by multiple partners that you're not tied down to.
So in summation, if you were in Lane and you saw that reporter, that journalist post game, would you have approached him the same way, or would you have shook his hand and thanked him for calling you a hoe? Like, are you mad that you're a hoe? Are you happy that you're a hoe? Or are you indifferent?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I look at the guy that said it.
Okay.
And he's like a Gorgon type. He's like a nobody, right? He's a fucking nobody. He's like a red bullhead, like a fucking Mississippi backwood nobody fuck, right?
I ain't seen Gorgon in years, by the way, but continue.
Yeah. And so, like, you got this fucking nobody podcaster. Then you got to look at him like, I would have just laughed at the dude. To be honest, that would have been a laugh. That wasn't something personal to me. Like, that's not like, fuck your daddy, your daughter. Like, that's why you don't raise your daughter. Or some bullshit like these motherfuckers in the chat be saying.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, come on, man. Like, to me,
like, he thought he was hard when he did this. Look
at this goofy fuck. What is he gonna do, Smitty? You gonna beat this fucking goofball up?
You know, I saw him on Twitter. You know, he's like 40 years old, though.
He's what?
He's like 40. He's like your age.
He's not my age.
I swear. No, he looks young, but I swear, fact check me if you can, but I swear, this dude's like 40-something years old. He's been doing this for a long time. Like, he's not some random, like, he's a true, like, credentialed, like, journalist guy. He's been doing it for a long time. He just looks like a baby. He has a baby face. Like Andy Milano.
You know that particular situation right there?
Yeah.
Makes Lane look worse.
It does, homie.
Because you knew you were leaving at this point. Stop. He's known he's been leaving for a while.
He got the cop with him and shit.
Why are you mad now, homie? You just proved him right. You left literally the next day.
He put a tweet out too, like before the news came out. He was like, "Prove me wrong and stay." So like, I as corny as the guy looks, he's damn near right though. Like, sometimes I get it. We don't like the messenger, but the message is the message. He ain't really wrong right now.
Yeah. Oh, he real.
Yeah. So
I mean, we're gonna dive into this whole Lane thing because there's a lot to discuss, man. In the next 30 minutes, when we got former an Ole Miss insider, current Ole Miss guy that's kind of in tune to what's going on. Yeah. They've named Coach Golding as the head coach, not the interim. They just said, fuck it. It's your job. Take it. He's known as a great recruiter. He's possibly the one of the guys that tied in a lot of those guys and those commits for the future. So now he's got a battle keeping those guys as Lane has departed. So we'll see how this all unfolds. Interim head coaches don't really work. So they named him the head coach right out the gate. He has like the heartbeat of the team. Kind of like a Marcus Freeman when he walked in and they went crazy.
Yeah.
They did that yesterday for him. I know for a fact because I've heard some things that actually hurt it my ear that a lot of you probably haven't heard. We'll talk about it, but so they like him, Cindy. I heard that. Like I'm like, oh shit. So
well, you know, Mark. Well, going back to your comparison, Marcus is black, so a little different energy. But I get the overall point of what you're trying to say. Yeah,
he Asian, but yeah. What's black have to do with it?
No, I was just getting more information, more context to what you were saying.
You gotta bring up black, like on the show.
Like if it helps add to the point being made, then yes, I have to bring it up.
Had nothing to do with it.
I think when it came to recruiting, I think that just helped the room, the energy. Like the kids are gonna be a little different when a brother run in there than the white dude. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I'm white, but there's not a brother that could out recruit me. I'm actually like fact.
But like there's really no real like way to know who's the top recruiter. Like it's all subjective, right? There's no actual scale to say, oh, JB from 2016 to 20 whatever was the number one recruiter. There's no way to prove that.
There is. Because I don't think there's ever been a guy at my level,
okay,
that had 8 guys in a Super Bowl at once.
Okay.
When the Seahawks played the Patriots, actually had more guys in that game than Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll.
So what you're saying is, for about a year or two, don't keep sliding. For a year or two,
fact check it.
You were one of the top recruiters for about 2 years.
10 first rounders. Please show me another motherfucker at my level that had 10 first rounders.
So you're the greatest JUCO recruiter of all time. That's fair.
Well, it's not JUCO because those guys go to the league. So there's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference.
Well, why do you keep saying my level?
Because I didn't coach at Bama or
so you're the greatest JUCO recruiter of all time.
But if in summation, if you took what I did at the lower JUCO level, right, where you got to build men, right? What I would have did at Alabama, are you shitting me? I don't think another school would have had a player.
So you saying Nick Sack? So you're like respectfully,
yeah.
You're saying prime Coach JB,
yeah,
was a better recruiter,
right,
than Coach Nick Saban.
Yeah, I'm the best recruiter of all time. Yeah,
but specifically better than Coach Nick Saban.
At all time, I'm the best all time. Yeah.
I know,
so whatever, however you want to say it, however you got to say it, I'm the best of all time.
I want to verbally hear you say like fuck the all time. Why though? Because that's the thing that's gonna make this thing take off. Like, Coach JB is a better recruiter than Nick Saban, correct?
Right. Yeah. Best ever. Yeah.
So Nick Saban. All right. Gotcha. Pete Carroll.
No, see this isn't perfect. Like, without Netflix, you never hear of JB. No, you. See, we might have this discussion, Smitty. No, you wouldn't have heard of me. But my 28 guys in the NFL heard of me. And so did every coach in America. And so did everybody else know who I am. And guess what? The 8 Super Bowl champs, the 26 Pro Bowlers, the 226 guys that graduated with their degree, the other 36 guys that graduated with their master's degree, the other guys that are 17 business owners that I have out there in the world, and 13 D1 coaches right now.
You know, every time you do this, you know your numbers shift a little bit. Like,
no, they don't.
Last week it was 16 business owners, now it's 17.
No, I didn't say that. And I've never been wrong with my numbers. And guess what, Smitty?
I'm fucking with you.
Guess what, though?
What?
The numbers have gone down because I've had a guy exit the NFL. So on the NFL side, my numbers went from 28. They're actually at 27. These guys get older now.
In about 10 years, it's going to be zeroed out.
Yeah, people don't want to talk. Tyrese Knight, who I had at Indy, who's a fucking gunner ripping shit in Seattle right now for the Seahawks. Fucking, they don't even want to talk about Lonnie's still playing right now for the Raiders.
Lonnie, a bad boy.
Tank will be back next year. Jermaine was a first rounder. He's doing his thing. Those are just a few guys. I got guys on the Ravens. I was looking at the roster. I was like, holy shit. I'm glad he's still playing. So, he don't play a lot, but he's on the team.
Gotta be honest, right now, I'm hearing a lot of I.
Yeah.
And to bring it back full circle, we're talking about Ole Miss right now. And we're talking about...
Oh, no. You don't have to talk about... it's all about me today.
It sounds like a very egotistical like type of show.
Narcissist
type of show right now is what it sounds like. Ego is the enemy. I'm hearing a lot of comparisons to a guy that we're talking about on the show. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, because we are, and I'm letting you know that's who I am. I'm fucking owning it.
So are you guys
Hey,
like
Smitty.
friends then, or what? It seems like you guys have a lot of similarities. So are you?
Well,
guys
we're gonna dive into this book later.
Okay. Did Ole Miss make the right decision?
Huh?
Going back full circle, because I don't know how we got to this place. Did Ole Miss make the right decision elevating our guy, one of the best recruiters in the game, to the head coaching position? Let me know right now.
No fucking idea. I have no fucking idea.
That's the most honest answer you probably ever gave on this show.
That is the poll question. Did Ole Miss do the right thing, Smitty? Listen, there's a lot to dive into on this discussion. I'm going to be honest. Like, there's a lot to dive into. The easy way out, I guess, is blame Lane Kiffin. I want to be clear here. I want to be clear because I tweeted out a lot of shit yesterday, over 2 million impressions. I'll probably make $12 on Twitter. Thanks a lot, Elon. So here's the thing. Lame Kiffin?
I didn't even see that.
Anyway, so listen. I want to be clear.
Who made this thumbnail, homie?
Huh?
Who made this thumb?
I don't know. So listen. I want to be very clear here. Do you know that there's another guy leaving right now at Tulane?
Coach Summerall?
Yeah. Where'd he go?
He went to you know where he went. He went to Florida, homie.
Taking a Florida job.
Yeah.
Is Tulane, aren't they possibly a playoff team?
Yeah.
I haven't heard anybody talk shit about him leaving.
I know. I wonder why. Don't we got somebody on our show who's a big fan of Tulane and like broke records there and
yeah. Yeah. So I haven't heard anything. And I put out several tweets yesterday. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad about the kids at Ole Miss. Stop. I don't feel bad about the coaches leaving. I don't care. I'm not counting your pockets, all that bullshit. See, that's the difference between me and you. I do count your pockets. I count them because there is a fundamental issue when you get paid a certain amount of dollars and you don't even complete the job. I got a problem with that. You took more money and then you asked for more money and you asked for more NIL. You've asked for more facility upgrades. You've asked for blah, blah, blah. Ole Miss gave you everything they wanted. And by the way, Ole Miss offered more money than LSU.
That's the crazy part. See, thank you for saying that. That's where I'm at. I would actually respect it, lame or whatever, Kiffin more if he would have left because he had a pay upgrade. You know where I stand. When it comes to money, I'm pretty consistent. Players, coaches, if it's a better opportunity for you, take it. We're grown-ass men. I get it. But Ole Miss is offering him more. So, like, to your earlier point, he's literally just leaving because of the name, LSU. That's why he's leaving. There's no other reason. You have a national championship level team this year. Ole Miss could win it all this year. They have the team to do that. You have the money. You have the buy-in from the AD. You have everything you need right here. And you still leaving for the side piece, for the side girl. There's nothing worse than an undisciplined man.
From what I know, the money's very comparable, and Ole Miss would have continued to top the dollar. So we're going to ask our next guest who's going to bring the noise. It's going to be an epic show. I would strap in and tie in and put in your seatbelt today because it's going to get real interesting here in the next 30 minutes. Here's the thing. It wasn't about that at all. So he wanted to leave and chase that new pussy. The problem is we already know pussy's undefeated. New pussy's more undefeated. So, like, he's always chasing the new pussy. That's what it is. I was that way until I said I'll never lie to a kid, which I never did. And kids would ask me in recruiting, hey, coach, I know if somebody comes open, you're taking that job. I said, if they offer me, yeah, I am. It's at home. It's from where I'm from. Like straight up in the house and recruiting, meeting a parent for the first time. But the odds of that happening are very slim to none. And number one, and I will let you know well in advance if I were to intend on leaving. I said, I just want to be clear there. And I said, I'll never lie to your kid or you as a parent. And I got every one of those kids. Never lost a kid to that scenario. These guys lie to these kids after getting $9, $10, $11 million, homie. Like, That's the fundamental problem that I have. And I've known that. And that's why when I was offered coordinating jobs or QB coach jobs or GA or something at a big school, I said, nah. First of all, I can recruit the same type of talent. I won't get as much because I'm not a D1. I don't have the scholarship, but I can get 20, 30 of them motherfuckers on a JUCO team, which I did every year. I could have this more talent than any other JUCO, right? Mm-hmm. Because of who I was as a recruiter. Bring them in and then be who I was with them. Mature them and get them net level developed and get them to the next level. And it wasn't about football at my level. It was about life and getting the motherfuckers from point A to point B. So I did all that. I didn't want to chase no other job. I thought I was most impactful at JUCO. That was for me. So that's all I'm saying. I thought that's what my lane was. So I was in my lane. So it is what it is. I didn't need to chase opportunity. I didn't feel like I had to. I felt like I was losing kids. I was going to fail kids if I left. But I saw the chase, Smitty, up and close and personal for 21 years. I saw how serious the chase was. Like
now, let me defend coaches real quick. Let me ask you this. You said coaches are lying to players, which, of course, we know that. But, like, let's use Lane as the example. Like, did you think he actually lied to them, or did he not know LSU job was going to be an opportunity for him? At the beginning of the year, Brian Kelly was at LSU. We thought LSU was supposed to be one of the better teams this year. So at the beginning of the year, Lane's probably sitting there thinking, yeah, I'm going to be at Ole Miss. I have no reason to leave. But then we saw this year job after job after job that's kept opening it up. So things change. So is that necessarily a lie, or did just new opportunity that was unexpected pop up and you jumped on it?
Nah, these jobs have been open for months. Remember, these jobs came open early, Smitty. Kelly's been out of there for 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. So, like, here's the thing this is what I know. And Syski will come
still there. Kelly there.
Kenzel, yeah. So, Syski's going to come on the show and let us know some insight. But here's the thing. Florida was the destination point. That's what he wanted. And I said it from the jump. I was right. That's the job he wanted. That was number one. But Florida wanted him to hire a AD or a GM. So then, after some negotiations, and he said, no, fuck you, I'm not going to do that. They came back, Jimmy Sexton, and they said, hey, fine, but we're hiring the GM. They said, no, we are. He's like, no. Every fucking coach in the country, which is Lane's right about, brings their own GM or hires their own GM. Did North Carolina hire Lombardi or did Belichick?
Belichick.
Did Lincoln Riley bring the dude from Notre Dame, or did USC hire the guy from Notre Dame to be the GM at SC? Lincoln
Riley.
So why are you going to tell a guy who's a Class A narcissist, like we all are in this profession, that he can't hire? He's the only guy that can't hire his own GM. You're telling Lane Kiffin, the guy that fucking wants full control, who had an office at Ole Miss with a name tag on it, Juice Kiffin. That's the dog's name. That he had broads coming in the room. But anyway, that's all that story. So, like, my thing is.
What?
Huh?
You said something, but never mind.
Nah, so, like, I'm just telling you. You telling a guy that had an office for his dog that he brought broads into that you don't want him to have a GM?
He's fucking hoes in his office?
So, anyway, man, there's a lot going on. But I'm just telling you.
Why are you head coach? Explain to me, why are mostly, or you're saying all head coaches Class A narcissists? Like, why is that a thing?
Tell me a coach you know that isn't.
No, I'm not disagreeing.
No.
Like, why?
I want to answer your question, but first of all, I need to know. Tell me a coach you know or been around that's not. Like, seriously, do a real deep dive and tell me. And you're going to answer your own question. You're going to answer your own question when you're like, damn, every single coach we ever knew. You're crazy as fuck. You don't know Tony Dungy. See, a lot of you motherfuckers just make up shit because you hear him speak on ESPN and you hear him never cuss and you hear him talk real politely and you think that he's a fucking... Stop. Tony Dungy's a fucking psychopath. See, you motherfuckers have no clue about this profession, though. See, you have no clue about it. People thought Dick Milsmitty was a guy that cried and shit.
Yeah.
Remember, Dick Vermeil, homie, I saw Dick Vermeil motherfuck so many fucking grown men in a meeting. Coaches, I'm talking about coaches.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
You motherfucker crazy as fuck. They think these guys on this because they're getting interviewed are like, he's a man of God. He doesn't cuss. Shut the fuck up. He's trying to man guy. He's a fucking class A narcissist in the office.
Coach Limbaugh will cuss your ass out too.
Smitty, you have
do
to.
it a different way, but you do it.
So first of all, you have to be the best recruiter, right? You have to know, at least go in thinking I'm the best recruiter.
Yeah.
So how are you the best recruiter? You got to what? Turn over rocks, A. You got to fucking push people to the side, run over motherfuckers, do whatever is necessary to get the kid. Now, I did that in a manner where I'm not going to ever dirty Mac another program because that's to me was like giving away who I really was. Like if I had to hate on another program to get a kid, I thought it was bitch made. So I've never salted another game, another coach, another program.
You have to throw salt on the
I didn't need to. I got hated on every day, and I used it against those kids and those other coaches. And I never hated one time. I told the parents, I ain't got it. Why do I need to hate on them?
Right.
Like, I've never lost to them. Here's who's in the NFL for me, and there's who's in the NFL for him. And so you can see how I was petty. See how I can get real petty, but that's narcissistic.
Fair, yeah.
People don't look at it that way, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know,
it's probably a similar mindset to an athlete, though, right? I mean,
it is. We're all athletes.
Yeah, we're all egotistical like a motherfucker. Like when I was playing, I don't give a fuck. I was at Ball State, Bama, where I was at. I thought I was that motherfucker.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't care what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm D1. I'm out. Yeah.
Unless you're a female coach, you know what I mean? Like most coaches, though, like we all played. So like you're a narcissist, homie.
Well, not all coaches play, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, like G8 or something. But yeah. So it's crazy. It's not, boom. But Smitty, here's the thing about this this thing's such a deep. This is a 3-hour show on Lane Kiffin if we wanted to. But here's the issue I have.
Let's do it.
ESPN really, really gave me a sour taste in my mouth over this past weekend by covering this whole scenario the way they did. They basically shitted on Ole Miss University and those players. So I don't ever want to hear anything from any one of you motherfuckers at ESPN that you're about kids and you're about this and you're about that. And listen, I just keep it real, man. I like Kirk Herbstreit and I like Dan as a person. I have no issue with those guys, even though I go at them. They all are represented by CAA, a very, very well-known, management company firm. And CAA also represents Lane Kiffin and Sark and all these other guys. And why was everything in defense of Lane Kiffin to go to LSU? Nick Saban's also a CAA guy.
What you saying? Don't bring Saban into this.
Well, I'm just saying it's a fact. Oh no, shit. AJ and Syski's gonna tell you they're real ones. AJ and them will tell you the real. CAA, the way they covered this, the defense of CAA, where half of ESPN sports media people are represented by. Bad luck, homie. Like you can't tell me. And then we've had guys who are no longer at ESPN who have left ESPN and done their own shows. And, former linebackers that have gone, this is on college, used to be on College Game Days and stuff. They're also CAA. They're also CAA. Forgot his name. Dark hair brother. Dark hair white dude. Dark hair white. What's his name? Linebacker, homie. He posted a tweet yesterday. He got fired at ESPN, remember?
Yeah.
Because talking about God and shit.
Yeah.
What's his name? He used to be on Game Day and shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Pollock posted it. Guess who he's represented by? CAA. So they're all defending Lane. And I'm not mad. I'd rather I know what side you're on. But damn, homie. They shitted on those kids. If you want to talk about those kids and all that, like that's why I said I don't feel sorry for them motherfuckers. But at the same time, you're shitting on I feel for not the kids, not the coaches, not anyone involved. Y'all asked for this.
Smitty, I feel for the fan base at Ole Miss, though, that they have no fight dog in the fight. They're there to represent the college and the players that are on the football field and the coach that leads them out every weekend. They're representing, and they're always going to be Ole Miss fan.
Right.
They're always going to be a Ball State fan. There's always going to be an Alabama fan. There's always going to be – them motherfuckers got fucked. They're the ones that got fucked on this. Like, no one's talking about the fan bases of these schools that no longer have true player involvement because the players now are at 4 schools in 4 years. So I'm just telling you, there's a lot to it, man. I don't know if I'm partial on any. I'm not going to bash the coach for leaving today because they've been leaving for a long, long time. And let's be clear, Smitty, we've always had NIL. It just wasn't undocumented.
Yep.
So
thank you.
Now we're changing the game. Like, we're changing all these things and we're moving all these scenarios around. I'm not going to bash the coach for leaving because the schedule is what it is. It's fucked. The NCAA created the schedule. You created the academic schedule. You created the playoff to go all the way to fucking goddamn Super Bowl. You created the portal, and you created the early signing period in December where you now have to have the coach in place by Thanksgiving because you want the guy to get to the new place. Dog, this is not fair for anyone involved if we want to use the word fair, which I don't like using, Smitty, because I don't believe there's anything that's fair, and it shouldn't be fair. But at the same time, the schedule is not allowing either side to be successful. How about we all wait before you can even talk to a coach on a job? How is LSU allowed to go in and holler at Lane Kiffin during the season and say, hey, man, we'd love to fucking hire you. I know you're in the middle of a playoff. No one's brought up the fact that shady-ass LSU has been the fucking culprit in this whole thing. Why has nobody brought up the LSU fact? I tweeted out all these things.
I saw that tweet. Yeah.
And so there's a lot to discuss here, man.
What's the rules with that? Because I saw your tweet. I was confused. I was like, you're right. Like,
college has no tampering rule like the NFL.
Okay.
I just said tampering because it's like, bottom line is it's tampering.
Right.
Like there's got to be some sort of moral code. And here's and we used to have gentlemen's agreements amongst thieves. Yeah, let that sink in, chat. We used to have gentlemen's agreements amongst thieves. In the business of football, we call ourselves thieves.
You are.
And during the time that you're playing or playing a common opponent, or you have a homeboy that's a coach at a place, Smitty, and you know you have homeboys playing, I'm not shopping a job on the job. I'm not trying to go to your place. I'm not trying to get you to my place during a week of that we're playing each other. I'm not trying to like go holler at your AD while I'm at the job at another place and say, hey, man, if your job comes open, man, I would sure like to fucking holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That shit happens now, like every day.
Yeah. It's just tough because, like you said, the NCAA, the schedule is so fucked up. So like, it's like LSU had to do that, right? You know, it's like they couldn't afford to wait. And then to Ole Miss's credit and their AD, they're like, we need to know now because we need to protect ourselves too. If we let your ass coach, and let's say we do go on a run and you go to the Natty or whatever the case may be, and then you still leave. Now it's January 19th, and we gotta find a head coach. We gotta replace the players that left. So it's like it's a messed up situation.
Hey, the issue I have, Smitty, is the victim. Playing the victim shit.
Yeah, like Kevin's letter or whatever his note he made at the end.
That's
ChatGPT.
I requested
my request was denied.
That's ChatGPT.
Chat,
whatever that shit is. That's GTT or whatever that shit is, homie.
So he didn't write that himself.
Fuck no.
So he said, Lane Kiffin went to ChatGPT and said, please make me a letter.
Yes.
Announcing my.
Homie, I found out it's real. You could really do that shit. It's fucking unbelievable.
No, you can do it. Trust me. I've been doing this shit.
Yeah, that's ChatGPT. That's ChatGPT, homie. That's bullshit. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know
that might be a new app you got. ChatGPT.
Whatever it is, I don't know. But here's what it is. Here's the truth of the matter. The blame game and I'm the fucking victim shit here with the ADs won't let me coach my babies. Motherfucker, you can coach. Just fucking coach Ole Miss. Like. Right. We are adults now, Smitty. the adult at Ole Miss, athletic director, had to defend his university and his players and his students. And he said, hey, you're not coaching these kids. You told us to get fucked. So Lane had to make a grown man decision, whether you leave or you coach the kids that are 11-1 with. Like, it's really not that hard. It's called grown man decision. Yeah. So, like, make the fucking decision. I don't understand the victim shit about it, though.
My boy Lane said, my request, what'd he say? He said, I was hoping to complete a historic 6-season run with this year's team by leading Ole Miss through the playoffs, capitalizing on the team's incredible success and their commitment to finish strong, and investing everything into a playoff run with guardrails in place to protect the program in any areas of concern. My request to do so was denied by Keith Carter, despite the team also asking him to allow me to keep coaching them so they could better maintain a high level of performance. Stop it, homie. Now he's trying to blame Keith Carter and like make him the bad guy for you leaving.
And I lost respect for this man prior to this letter, though.
Why?
Because he came out on national TV after the Egg Bowl.
Yep.
And said, I don't know yet. Like, you shitted on everybody right there. Back in the day, Smitty, we used to be like, it's about the kids right now. We just won the Egg Bowl. We beat our rival. I'm going to go and celebrate this shit. Like, you stayed away from it.
Yeah.
Motherfucker said, I don't know yet what I'm doing. I laugh so fucking hard, homie. I love it because that's me.
Your earlier point, though, you said don't lie to the players, though.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, that
would have been me. I would have said it straight up. So I was laughing, though, because we always fluff it. Like, So I'm laughing like a motherfucker. But also there's a flip side of the coin.
What's that?
Thanks. You're fired. Because I had to do that on Netflix. I had to do that to a quarterback coach on Netflix, right? He was like, Coach, I don't know if I'm going to be able to come back next year, but after this game, I'll think about it. I'm like, guess what? I'm going to make it for you. You're fired. You're not coaching this game. It's simple, homie. Like,
they fine. Now they own what, 47 mil or whatever.
37, but
same shit.
So that's the part I call bitch made, though. You use your leverage to hold a place.
Yeah.
Hostage, and those are the players that you wanted to win for you. You held them hostage, and then you tried to rape them, homie, and take their coaches and players when they didn't let you coach. And here's the thing before we take commercial and bring Syski in. Here's the one last thing I want to say. After that, Smitty, he came out and said, what? I would like to, I'm going to talk to Pete Carroll and Nick Saban and God. So I know I tweeted this out that it's crazy. It has over 1 million fucking whatever, but I'll get like $4 on X from it. But here's what it is, Smitty.
I keep telling them out.
I tweeted it out. I don't know if we have it, baby. I said, so hold on. So Nick Saban, Pete Carroll, and God told you to fuck Ole Miss and fuck those players over and leave. Got it. Anyway, we'll be back right after the commercial break with Tyler Syski.
Long live BK is what we hearing right now, homie. Brian Kelly's son, Kenzel, which is crazy, has some interesting words to the camera about his dad on Senior Night. Hold on, homie. Before we show the video, his name is Kenzel. So I'm assuming the mama's a sister, but we'll get to that in a second. Show the video, baby, please. Kenzel.
That t-shirt he's got underneath his jersey, or Grand Valley State player.
His jog is weird.
I thought his name was Kinsey. If that motherfucker name is Kenzel, homie, I promise you he'll be on the thumbnail tomorrow. It better not be Kenzel. Now, real shit, homie. What's his name, Bailey?
Oh, Kenzel Kelly, homie.
There's no fuck. No, it's not.
Kenzel Kelly, homie.
It's not Kinzel.
Oh, it's Kenzel Kelly, homie. I swear to God.
Benny, what's
on
his
the
name?
Bible, I just Googled it. His name Kenzel Kelly, homie.
Kenzel Kelly, yes.
Like Keyshawn, homie, Denzel, Kenzel, homie. They put Denzel and Keyshawn together. They made Kenzel, homie.
So if you go on Wikipedia, it's pronounced Kinzel.
It's Kenzel, homie. That's how we say it.
But it's not y'all, though. It's
Kenzel.
Kinzel. But it's Kinzel.
Why you trying to like fix it, though, homie? It's Kenzel, homie.
We have to fix it, man.
We can't. It's Kenzel.
We have to fix it.
I didn't know Brian Kelly likes sisters.
I don't think he do.
Nah, I'm looking at his features, homie. His features, he got, let me see. He got a little tan to him. He got a taper on the side. Let me see. Who is mama?
He don't know. That's the problem right now. See, what's happening is.
What you mean he don't know? What you mean by that?
Hold on.
He got a white mom, I think.
Yeah, there's no way that's. Come on.
His mama name's Pocky Kelly.
What?
That ain't white, though. That's some other shit.
What's the mama name?
Pocky. P-A-Q-U-I. That ain't white.
Hold up, homie. Time to fuck
a lot of
out,
shit going on.
Hold on, homie. So the baby mama's name is Paqui, and this kid's name is Kinzel.
Yeah.
And they're white as shit, and they faked an accent.
And their daddy name is Brian. No, his daddy name Brian. Mama name Pocky and name Kinzel.
And they're in Louisiana faking an accent?
Yes.
After he threw a boy off the fucking thing in Notre Dame?
Allegedly.
Homie, hold up. Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking. Yeah, we're back in the building. Your background's like horrible.
Ain't that like what?
The background's like fucked up.
I don't know. I actually got a little flare, but I got a little something behind me today.
Yeah, but it's all like blended. You got the same shirt as the same. Your shit matches the curtains, homie. You know,
green. It's just the lighting, homie.
You should have worn white.
Open it up, but it's gonna be too bright. I have an amazing view.
But you should have wore a white shirt or something, reflected off the contrast. You have no contrast.
I have an amazing view behind me. I have the Mercedes-Benz Stadium right around the corner. I'm right down the street. So I have an amazing view, but it's so bright outside, it's gonna mess the lighting up. So just let me do me, Jason.
Don't call me Jason. We got a special guest joining us, man. He is going to come in and just shit on everybody, by the way. He's going to give us insight. I got something for him, too, though. You're on the phone?
Nah.
This motherfucker does BPS shit all day on the show.
What you mean?
We got an Ole Miss insider, man. Former player personnel at the University of Alabama. And one of your favorite guests, AJ McCarron's high school football coach.
Yes, sir.
He's a knower of all things. When it comes to the South, the dirty. Our main man, Tyler Syski, joins the show.
Tyler Syski!
What up? How we living?
Man,
We good. How you doing? Nice
wait,
to meet you.
Wait, what the fuck's going on here? What's this shirt say here?
You know, after 2,162 days, I was able to go up to the mothballs. And you know, when you got that box, JB, as a coach, you know, I moved like 10 times. I got that box that has my old call sheets, my cut ups, all my good stuff in it. I went up to the attic last night, opened her up. Look what I found. Had the tags, too. Had the tags on it. Too.
It looked clean, coach. It looked clean still.
Had the tags on it. Let's go.
Ooh, you a bad boy.
But I'm macroing this, Smitty. Something ain't right.
Talk to me.
This motherfucker taking a job?
No.
Okay. I thought you were breaking news. I thought you were breaking news on the show.
I'm a has-been. You know what I mean? I'm a professional has-been.
So break down what you do now. So you run a big-time recruiting service.
Yeah.
And you shit on 247 and everybody else. So go ahead, break down what are you doing?
Yeah, so when I got fired on December the 31st, 2019, I had all kidding aside, I was actually about to take another job. I wasn't like some of these G's and I did have mitigation in my contract. Shout out to Ross Bjork, the greatest AD ever at Ohio State now. Gave me a 3-year deal on his way out the door. And so
that's always love. Yeah.
And so when you have mitigation in your contract, if you get a job that, for people that don't know, if you get a job that makes basically what you make or below, you're working for free, because the other school pays for your deal. Right. So finally had 2 schools that were going to 2 SEC schools that were going to work with me. I actually took a job. I won't throw it out there. I took a job on a Monday. Called my wife. I'm a big SEC hoops guy. Love hoops. Big college basketball guy. And called my wife. Told her to meet me in Nashville. Bring the boys. I got 3 boys, and I said, "Let's go. I'm gonna be gone for a while, so let's go watch the SEC basketball tournament." And with the boys, and they were on spring break. And the coach that I was working with said, "Hey," I asked him, I said, "When you want me to start?" And he says, "Well, your kids are on spring break this week. We're on spring break next week. Why don't you plan to come on that Monday?" Well, JB, I was sitting in the stands in Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee, when this little thing called coronavirus hit. I was watching my phone with the Nuggets players. Y'all remember that night? The Nuggets players, like they didn't know what's going on.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert. Yeah,
basketball tournament. I called the coach. That I said, "Hey, when you want me to? What's going?" He goes, "Hey, man, they're not even letting us come into the office right now." Well, that turned into a hiring freeze, and I never went.
Damn.
So, long story short, I had this idea back when I was at Alabama for Quick U. And long story short, JB, I have a privately owned recruiting department. And everybody that works for me works in college or has worked in college. And so I always joke the best front office in college football is at Quick U. And so I do the same job I've always done with building rosters and everything else. I just do it for a bunch of schools instead of one.
That's
nice.
dope.
No doubt. So the recruiting service, you're helping all these kids get placed or what have you. How crazy has it been in your business line of work with this portal? Alan in the chat right here, he wants me to link you together. It'll be a good thing because he runs basically the JUCO side of what you do.
Yeah.
And he played at Hialeah Beach, Hialeah Lakes in Miami. Played quarterback for me. And so he's tied in with everything, and he works. He does things behind the scenes. I'm gonna hook you guys up. So let me ask you. So with the portal and the way that it is, and now going to one opening, is that affect your business or make it better?
Bro, I roll, baby. You can't. I've set mine up like a. I say I'm from the South, so we like NASCAR down here. So when you're in NASCAR, you set up for a neutral race car, so you can put a little wedge in it, you can take a little tire pressure out. Whatever you got to do. But no, the portal definitely has changed the way people recruit. And then with what we do everything. So we have a whole complete portal system. And look, there's no I don't care what. And I love that I'm on the Realest show. I've been watching the show for a long time. I know JB knows that. Smitty been watching you guys for a long time. Shout out to my man Kim and McChesney, all those guys.
Yeah.
Love the show.
Appreciate it.
But because I like real people, right? So for me, what we do is there's no elevator to the top. I think, and as time goes on, people don't like to work. And so we just outwork people. And so, everybody's tried to figure out this portal thing from a business standpoint. Everybody wants to try to find the shortcuts. We do it the old fashioned way, man. We make profiles for every single player in college football so the coaches can go get who they want to get.
Nah, no doubt. Well, listen, Smitty, I know we're going to throw some questions at you. I know all this craziness is going on in college football. So, I let in with Lane. Lane is gone, obviously. You're tied. You heard, yeah. You're tied in there at Ole Miss. You're tied in at Bama. Obviously, you coach AJ McCarron. Where are you at with this whole thing in summation? The timing of it all, and I just want to dive into this so deep because the schedule. I'm blaming schedule number one, and the NCAA, the Non-Carrying Nationals of America, in my opinion, who created this and continue to push. I was on your show yesterday, your live show on TikTok, and I was like, listen, why are we pushing this thing all the way to the Super Bowl?
So look, the calendar is an issue. Okay. The The calendar definitely is an issue. I understand that. Now, here's where I'm at, man, with this whole Lane thing. I understand, like I see both sides, right? Because I'm a coach. You've been a coach. I get it. I understand it. This isn't about, for me, it's not about the calendar. And I know everybody's pushing their own narrative for whatever side they're on, right? And I heard you guys earlier talking about the CAA thing with ESPN, which is, guys, what are we doing? It's embarrassing. Please stop. I mean, literally, everybody knows what you're doing, so just stop.
Right.
But like, look, if you're a coach and you want to go take a job, take the job. That's your right.
Right.
With the way you handle it going out the door. Lane Kiffin's not the only coach to leave.
Right.
Okay. But he's definitely the only one to handle it this way. And for people that are like, and it put the AD in a bad spot, which he's a dog, by the way. You'd love him. He is a G of G's. He is a dog. And it put him in a bad spot, but he's the boss. Okay. You've been a coach. There's this line confusion where the coach has all this popularity and power and makes more money. But when you look at the organizational chart, the AD is above the head coach. So at the end of the day, whatever you want to call it, they're the ones that's got to make the decision and are going to make the decision. And so, yeah, I'm sure he wants to coach. Hell, I would want to coach. JB, if you would want to coach too. You would want to coach your team. But if you want to coach your team, you stay. If you want to take a job, it's called the consequences of your decision. Like it's not really, you can't have your cake and eat it too. No. And so the fact that you're trying to make it out, play victim, I'm not down with that.
So he want to be married and then still keep his side piece at the same time. You just can't do that. You got to either be in these streets or you got to be loyal to one. And he's trying to have it both. So
now explain the difference. So Deion left Jackson State. He had to sit down with his guys. He said, listen, I've accepted another job, blah, blah, blah. And he did it the best way you could do it, in my opinion. Deion said, I'm leaving this way, and was up front. Had nothing to hide about it. His guys knew he was leaving, but we're going to finish what we started. That's what he said. What's the difference in what he did and why Lane couldn't do it here, and why Sumrall is allowed to coach at Tulane, and why these other guys are being able to finish their seasons? Is it just simply because of the college football playoff and level?
No, I think two things, right? I think this is a very unique situation. And look, Summerall is one of my best friends, man. I love John. Work with him. He is a real one. Y'all need to try to get him on your show one day. He's the best. He's a stud. But two totally different situations. And I think it's hard for Lane to understand. Here's the other thing. I don't think Lane understands it. I mean, I do. I don't think Lane's trying to be the way he's being on this part. It's just who he is, right? I mean, there's a saying, let Lane be Lane, or Lane's going to be Lane. It's true. Yeah. All right. You know that. And so it's the difference is this, is you don't send your family to go to two rivals publicly. That's a slap in the face to the university. If John Sumrall had sent, real talk, if John Sumrall would have sent his family on a plane to go to North Texas and go to Memphis and go to South Florida to investigate, they'd have ran his ass out too. You can't embarrass the university. I mean, Ole Miss and LSU, that's a trophy game. It's the Magnolia Bowl. You can't, and some of these OG fans around here at Ole Miss, that's like their biggest rival, right? You can't do that. Do you think Alabama, or let me ask you a question. You think Alabama, Kalen DeBoer's getting ready, because it's the same situation. Kalen DeBoer's getting ready to play play Auburn this week, okay, the rival, and to go in the playoffs, to go to the SEC title game. If any point in the time, if he had decided to send his family to go to Baton Rouge to investigate in Florida, do you think he'd be coaching right now?
Hell no.
Yeah.
So why should Ole Miss be different?
So explain what you're saying, because a lot of chat people may not know what you're saying. So Lane sent his family to look for possible houses and other things in Baton Rouge, in Gainesville. It was documented for the people that knew, and
didn't even hide it, JB. I mean, JB, look, I mean, I've been recruiting for a long time. If I don't want to know if I don't want people to know where I'm going, I pick up the phone. Okay, this is what I did anyway. I picked up the phone and I called the pilot and said, "Hey, can you not file a flight plan or the?" They didn't do that. They didn't even have the courtesy to pick up the phone and say, "Hey, I need this to be on the low."
Right.
So he didn't
care.
No, he didn't care.
I got a question real quick. So tell me, because like my earlier point was this. All reports were saying that Ole Miss was going to match or come very close to the money that he's going to get at LSU. You have a national championship level type of team that he built, to his credit. They have a playoff spot. Like, everything's in front of him at Ole Miss. Why leave? Like, why do you think Lane left? Like, what was it? It was LSU his dream school? What's the sell?
Yeah, I think. Look, I think if you just want to get if you put some true serum in him, just knowing him and being around him. Look, at the end of the day, which is mind-boggling to me, but anyway, but it wasn't about money. Ole Miss was actually, I know what Ole Miss was prepared to go. I saw the LSU contract. Ole Miss was going to pay him more than LSU actually. The end of the day, in his mind, and I think he feels that he can't get the same player at Ole Miss over a long-term period of time than he can at LSU. Okay, I said this last night on another show I did. It kind of hit me. I think Lane knew that he was leaving in this past offseason. I think when you start putting JB knows what I'm talking about. You start putting puzzle pieces together and like, oh, now it's starting to make sense. That whole E60 documentary about doing like basically a rebuild piece last year in college football. I don't care and I'll argue with whoever. And by the way, for the fans that don't listen to our show, I'm not an Ole Miss fan. Okay, I guess I am today, but I keep it real. But Ole Miss probably had the second best roster in college football last year. Period. They weren't better than Ohio State, but last
year. You're talking last year with Jackson.
Last year with Jackson Dart, they had you had Walter Nolan, Jackson Dart, Trey Amos. They had all these cats, right? Trey Harris, who had the big first down for the Chargers last night. They were loaded. Okay, they had this loaded roster, and they went 9-3 and didn't make the playoffs. I think in his mind, if you put some true serum in him, he was like, I can't. This is the best roster I'll ever be able to assemble, and I can't get to the playoffs. I don't. And their roster this year. Here's the funny part: their roster this year
not even
close.
Yeah,
even in the same breath of what it was last year. But JB, you know what I'm saying with this? It's a better team.
Yep.
It's a better team. And Smitty, I've been a G5 guy. I'm introduced as AJ's high school coach. I coached college football for a long time, right? I was at Arkansas State, South Alabama, been at Troy, Northwestern State. I've been all over the place, and I've coached for a long time. I just became known as a recruiter later on in my career, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, some of the best teams aren't necessarily the best players. It's different. Well, all-star teams don't work, right? It's the whole miracle. It's the whole movie. It's the whole deal, right? You got to have team chemistry. You got to have some motherfuckers. I'm glad I'm on a show that I can say that. You got to have some dogs. And
Syski, they bashed me. So we go. We win it all, and we got 40 D1 kids and all that. But the next year I was more talented. We went 2-8. So we had fucking bad nucleus. Everybody wanted to be on Netflix. Like, people don't understand. Like, talent doesn't always fucking outweigh the whole thing. Like, at the end of the day, you got to have the nucleus of that talent. And I think this Ole Miss team right here, probably in year 6 for Lane, has figured out, all right, this is the culture we have, blah, 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 blah. And now he leaves. That's the problem I have. Like, you're trying to not only leave a place that allowed you to rectify your name, clear your name from SC, Tennessee, the Raiders, and then you go to FAU, which FAU really allowed you to, win some games, get back in the big light. Ole Miss gives you that shot, and you want to kind of take all the shit with them. I look at it like this. I look at it like this. I say, hey, when I leave the program, I didn't take the game film. I didn't take the trophies that I've earned at university or that college. I didn't take them with me. To me, that's bitch made. Like, you leave the bowl trophy. I could have been a snake, Smitty. I could have took that motherfucking bowl trophy, the first one in school history.
Yeah.
But I left it there when I cleaned my office out. I left the game film and all the data. Now it's data, so it's basically, DV Sport or whatever that I brought in there.
Yeah.
But that's like what he did. He just tried to take all the game film. He tried to take all the trophies. He tried to take all that shit on his way out. To me, that's what's the bitch made part about it. That's why I have an issue.
I always have a say in this, and it's like, which is a little surprising because, Lane's a few years older than I am. But
He's a year older than me. He's 50. I'm 49. Yep.
I just turned 48, so we were all in the same generation. So you get it. It's like when I the way I was raised in this business. Okay, I was told Larry Blakeney is one of the best to ever do it. Okay, Larry Blakeney's been like a dad to me. He's a longtime coach at Auburn and at Troy as a head coach, and he's one of the best to ever do it. He has a saying. He says, "You're only renting the whistle."
Yeah.
You're only renting the whistle.
Yep.
And that's how, because there's two parts to that. One is you got to understand that no matter how good, and he told me this, and it was like a lesson that I learned. I was a young cat. I was very fortunate. I was very young when I got started. Hell, when I started coaching AJ, I was like 24, 25 years old. So, and AJ was like 13, by the way. I started him at 14 years old as a freshman. I'll tell you a story about that one day. But anyway, long story short is like you're renting the whistle. Okay. And so that's two things. One, you got to understand is no matter, you're never going to be bigger than the brand. You're never going to be bigger than the brand. Okay. You're renting the whistle. So so make sure when you're all the decisions that you make, you got to keep that in mind. Once you think that whistle is permanent is when things start going downhill. That's what he taught me at a very young age. And it's about so you're never going to be bigger than the program. And when you think you're bigger than the program, I mean, that's
when it happens. Unfortunately. So real quick. So Lane and I know Lane, and I've seen some text messages and other things, but anyway, it's crazy because, the motherfucker would sleep on my couch, and I've done a lot of things for Lane. And anyway, he sent me
what's that book in your hand?
Something Lane sent me. So called Ego is the Enemy. Ironically, fucking enough. So I wanted to make
Lane
sure
sent you that book personally?
Lane personally sent me this. Yeah.
Okay.
What, Smitty?
No, continue.
Okay. Nobody knows this. Nobody's seen what I'm about to show you. I wanted Syski to be on the show when we broke this national news. We got 4,000 people on YouTube. So anyway, Ego the Enemy. I'm going to open the first page up because I don't give a fuck no more. And Bailey, show the fucking shot I sent you. So I'm going to read this with you. All right. Obviously, see, that's my poker table, Smitty. There's no faking this, right? Obviously, That's my hand. Okay. Go ahead and read it, Smitty.
All right. Let me see. JB, I hope you read this. I wish someone would have sent this to me also
years ago.
Hope it hits home with you like it has to a lot of us, including the author. Best of luck this year. Let them see the great coach you are, not the ego. Good luck, Lane. Let them see the great coach you are, not the ego. Good luck, Lane.
Oh, you gonna leave me on here?
Syski, anything to say?
Hey, that's your book, dog.
He goes the Enemy.
Hey, I got sent a nice text message about 2 weeks ago. I didn't respond, and I think that pissed him off that I didn't respond.
Let me ask you about that text message. Did it mention me at all?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to stay in my lane.
and not lane switch, right?
I'm just.
I want to know why. I want to know why.
Your lane, Coach Syski.
Stay in my lane.
So Syski, I sent a video to Knox. Knox texted me and hey, give me the video. So they played, right? It's Friday night. Lane went to the game, watched his son play. They lose. Knox Kiffin, yeah. I've known Knox as a little kid. So I said, hey, Knox, here's a video. Boom. They lost 21-20. And Syski saw another video that I sent their team a couple weeks ago.
My son, real talk, I'm sitting here working. I'm in my office right now. I'm sitting here working, and my son comes in here. He goes, this is your boy JB. And I was like, what are you talking about? And my son, he's like, and he played a video. I don't know if you did it on Cameo. I didn't know if you sent it to somebody, but JB's giving a hype video to the team before the game a few weeks ago. And I just started dying. But yeah, my son has it on his phone.
Hilarious. And
then so Knox wanted a video. He's like, JB, I got you. He's like, Coach, I got you. Oh, I sent it to Smitty. I showed you, Syski, the text. So and he hit me back. He's like, we lost, Coach, or whatever. And I'm like, damn. So I told Knox. Yeah, I told him that straight out too. I said, "Hey man, love you to death. Keep grinding. I know you'll be at the pressures.
He's gonna be good. He's gonna be good.
Yeah, he's gonna be good." And, I'm like, damn. So the crazy part is like, I don't understand this. To me though, see, here's the problem, Syski, I got. Why are you mentioning me to other people? See, I used to come from where I pick up the phone and I'd have been like, hey, dog, you got a problem with me? Let me know. What's going on? Why are you fucking dirty macking me? I'm like, what? Fucking texting someone else about me? So that's what the problem I got. We call that a bitch in where I'm from. But anyway, I'm like, damn.
What are you saying, though?
Huh? I'm just saying, where I'm from, we call that a bitch. So I'm just throwing that out there.
So when you say that, what does that mean, though?
I'm just saying, if you talk behind my back to someone else, you're a bitch.
All right.
So anyway, so Syski, so I was like, damn. I was like kind of hurt. Syski. I was like, damn. Well, fuck. You know, I thought we were cool. Like you sent me fucking. I mean, he sent me like pictures with his girl at the on the boat watching Netflix behind him, like on the screenshot. Like I can show all that too. I could get into the Lanestein files, but I'm not.
Damn, homie.
What?
Damn.
No. I just don't give a fuck no more.
I see.
Start none won't be none. Hey, Syski, you and I are from the same cloth. Start none won't be none. Shit. But anyway, so what do you think about LSU?
Yeah, hey, how about that? I will say this. Real talk. Real talk is here's the thing. He could have stayed here for like last year. He went 9-3 with that roster. They were like, hey, it's okay, Lane. We're gonna reload you, give you all the money you want, and we'll do it again this year. You go 9-3 down there, you get your ass fired.
Yep.
Just
to that point, how long does he have before he has to win it all? I think he has 2 years that he has to bring a natty in there. If he goes 8-4, 9-3, like they might as well kept Coach Kelly then.
I will say this, just the reality of the business, and this is the part that I guess on our show is like where I have probably a different view on a lot of things, a lot of these coaching firings and things and hirings and time frames. Is I think the business side of it, I don't think fans. Matter of fact, I know fans don't ever take into account the business side of it. Yeah. Brother, they just wrote a check for Brian Kelly for $53.7 million. Okay, right. They're not going to be able to just turn around in 2 years. I mean, well, he's got 80. He's making what, 84 million. So 12. What's that? They can't write a $60-something million check in 2 years if he doesn't get it done. They're probably going to be stuck with him for a while, right? And now here's the thing. I'm just saying. I'm just going to say this. Here's the thing. If I was Lane, which I 100% am not, I'd be right on that straight and narrow path. Because when it comes to money like that, they're from the second he arrived yesterday, someone is probably been assigned to, hey, let me know of anything he's doing, then I can get rid of him with calls. That's the dirty business going on in college football right now. Damn.
So say it again. I want to be clear.
No, I know exactly what he just said, but say it again. Go.
You better
all
put
this
straight
shit.
Narrow,
yeah,
because when you sign that contract and it says detriment to the university for that little 4 calls issued on that page 17 of that contract and fine print at the bottom, better be on the straight and narrow, because if they want to get out of a contract, they'll use that morality clause in a freaking heartbeat.
Don't bring them in the office, JB.
And what you're saying is, Smitty, that what Syski's saying is there's a lot of skeletons coming out of the closet, maybe.
Allegedly.
And if shit gets out there, then it becomes too much of a distraction for the new place. They just like, whoop.
Well, he's also saying don't add any new alleged skeletons at the new place, though.
You better be on the straight.
Here's what I call a lot of, we say factor cap on this show. I call a lot of factor cap on a lot. I'm calling cap on a lot of the bullshit we're seeing. Half of it's AI and all that on Lanestein files. Half of it, and I know a lot of it is some other shit. But anyway, let me be clear. Like, so all of a sudden, he left you, and now you're showing the DMs and tweets? Like, motherfuckers, please stop. You see what I'm saying? That's all bullshit, too.
I
Yeah,
don't like
JB,
that.
I've always had it's the same thing with like Brian Kelly when they actually fired Brian Kelly. Nobody's got a problem. It's just what it is. It's never a problem. And it's not just this isn't a LSU thing or Ole Miss thing. It's a football thing. What's crazy to me, I've always said this. What's crazy to me is when a coach is winning, he could be the biggest. I'm talking about the worst person ever. But as long as you're winning, they'll build statues and all that stuff. The second you lose, though, they will turn on your ass faster than you can. I mean, it's same thing with so another one of my friends I actually came to Ole Miss with the first time was Hugh Freeze, right? And he had this whole deal at Ole Miss as well. Do you know when that Hugh Freeze stuff started leaking? Like, this is real. This is not a rumor. This is a fact. Is the night that they lost to Mississippi State, they got beat by Mississippi State really bad. Whatever basically his last year as a head coach. And the night that happened, everybody started releasing stuff because they lost. Fans are emotional. And so, back in the day, and JB, you know where I'll go with this. Back in the day, before social media and cameras and all that stuff, like there was some coaches that ran hard now. When I first started in the business, there's some coaches that ran. I mean, it'll blow your mind, man. And there was some coaches that ran hard, but there was no social media. And now, there was, probably about 6, 7, maybe 10 years in my career, man, you got to watch what you're doing. Even careful what towns you in. You may not even be able to drink at dinner. People taking pictures. I mean, you gotta be real talk. You gotta be straight. You gotta stay in your lane. You know what I mean? You got to stay in your lane. And
stop lane switching. It's lane changing. That's the problem we have today.
Hey, ESPN took our thumbnail idea up last week, by the way. They took our fucking thumbnail. Yeah, fucking crazy. But anyway, what do we know? Hey, man, Syski, we gotta do this again because there's so much to do. We could talk about fucking forever. The former interim head coach, Colorado alum, buff, played for the Cleveland Browns, second-round draft pick. Darren Chevarini. I'm just going to introduce you guys. If you don't know Darren, pop on in here. He's turned around Northeastern State D2 program already in year 2, and he'll be playing in a bowl game this week.
Yeah.
So shout out.
There you go, coach.
I don't know if you guys can talk, Darren. So I didn't want to bring you in because coach runs a recruiting service, so I didn't know the legality. So I didn't want to put you guys in harm's way.
Probably better talk off camera, but yeah, we can definitely talk. Nice to meet you, my man.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Syski, when's your show?
2:00 Central today. 2:00 Central.
So you just fucking do like 1,000 shows a day. You just fucking do nonstop shows.
Well, today, it's been busy the last few weeks. Today we do the McCready and Syski, our show we do on the MPW.
Who's that? Tell everybody who he is.
So Neil McCready was so he's a longtime friend. He's a journalist, and he was like the sports editor at the Mobile Press Register when I was at St. Paul's coaching AJ. And so we had this really good team, that makes you look like a great coach. I was out there playing Madden with players. And so real talk, like, hey, so my backup, how about I tell you this? My backup running back was Mark Barron, who was the 7th pick in the NFL draft.
Love it.
I had 2 running backs. I had one that averaged 10.89 yards for a career, and one that averaged 10.19. Brother, it didn't matter what. It didn't matter. It worked.
I try to tell people, I say, hey, fuck, what'd you run? What'd you scheme up when Raheem went 99? Nothing. I tell the motherfucker, get through the line of scrimmage and fall down. The motherfucker went 99 yards. I didn't fucking scheme that up.
Hey, you need to ask AJ about this. This is real talk now. AJ, we played. Now we were when AJ was I think he was a junior. AJ was a junior. The best player I have ever coached. Now I'm talking about. I've been around Maury Cooper. I've been around Derrick Henry. I've been around DK Metcalf, AJ Brown. Best player I've ever coached was a kid named Destin Hood. Okay, and he got drafted. He signed at Alabama to play football, but he got drafted in the baseball draft and went and played baseball. He's now he retired, and so now he coaches for the Nationals. Best player I've ever coached. And we were playing Williamson in the semifinals. Now Williamson had this guy named Nick Fairley, like they were loaded. Terrence Coleman, they were good too, right? That's where T. Martin and all those guys went to school in Mobile.
Yeah,
we were playing them, and I'm telling you, JB, I'm not joking when I say this. Every snap for 12 years when this head coach was there, they played cat coverage. They were 8-man front. They played man free every snap. And so Destin was so good that they took the safety. We set him as a single and 3-by-1, and they moved the safety over top to bracket him or double him, right? So we come out there, we're playing in the semifinals, and I was young and dumb, and I said, all right, we're gonna break the wheel right now. I literally told AJ, we moved the pocket, we rolled to the single receiver. There is nobody else.
Right.
I literally said, D, this is what I want you to do. I said, this is like backyard football. I said, you got between 18 and 24 yards to work. I said, AJ, when he puts his foot in the ground, put it on him. And we went, touchdown. And they quit. And they
got out of it. Yeah.
We ended up rolling them after that. But yeah, it was when you got AJ and then Destin, I mean, like it was playing Madden. You know, you could do whatever you want to do, backyard football.
Hey.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Chef knows Jimmy's and Joe's, not X's and O's.
It's all about recruiting, man.
People forget that Nick Saban went 6-6 his first year at Alabama and lost to a team called Louisiana Monroe. He didn't get smart overnight. He got dudes.
No doubt.
I'm
gonna hook you guys up. I'm gonna hook you guys up after this, man. And Chev's the next thing. He maybe Colorado. I don't know. But anyway, we'll talk later, sis. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Appreciate you, Tyler. You'll be good.
Brother. Peace. Tyler Syski, man. Tyler Syski.
Chev! Bowl game, baby. Let's go.
Chev, what up, man?
Good.
Any offers or?
We got a big bowl game this week, JB, playing ECU, East Central. It's a historic matchup, man. The first Americans Bowl. It's the first bowl of its kind as far as it's gonna be a matchup between two N7 schools, two native schools, and this is a big deal. This is gonna be a huge game on Saturday, December 6th, and it's gonna be one of the bigger bowl games year in and year out because it's a great cause, man. It showcases the indigenous culture of the tribes. It shows, the different aspects of, the N7 part of this thing. And so we're excited to represent in this game. I know East Central is excited to represent. It's going to be a really good football game. And I love playing football in December, man, because that means if you play football in December, that means you've had a great season. And we've had a great season. We're ranked 23rd in the country right now, the number 1 ranked school in Oklahoma. And I'm excited to go out there and compete, man. You see what we did in year 2. 101 of these 108 players on the roster are all new guys from the last 2 years that I brought in through recruiting and retention, man. I think that's a huge deal. Is you got to recruit, you got to retain, and you got to develop players. And we've done a great job of that. We broke the all-time scoring record here at NSU. Our defense has 21 interceptions this year, leads the nation. And we've done some really great things not only on the football field, but in the classroom, breaking the school record with a 3.11 GPA. We're building a football program, JB, and we built it from scratch, man. It's crazy. And so I'm excited about where we're at in year 2.
Hell yeah. East Central, what do they present? So what are they? Are they independent or are they in the MIAA?
They're in the GAC. They're in the Great American Conference. Good football program, good football staff. I've watched a lot of film on them. They have a couple of defensive ends that are really good players that get after the quarterback. It's going to be a good matchup for us. It's like I said, a traditional in-state rival that NSU played for years, back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. So
where are they at? Ada?
They're in Ada.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a couple hours from here, man. So we're excited to play. I know they're excited to play. We have a bowl parade on Friday. We got a bowl luncheon on Friday. So it's a good deal for our players, man. Our players have earned the right to play in this game and excited to get out there and compete, JB, for sure, man.
There's nothing like bowl week, man. I always tell players enjoy that, embrace it, every moment of it, regardless. Like you say, you earned it. So, I remember just, back in my days, just going to our couple bowl games. I had a chance to play in, and just the whole week, just being able to, like you said, go to the parade and experience another location. It's a great experience for the program. So, congrats to you, Coach, for doing that.
Thanks, Smitty. I appreciate it, man. It's been a lot of work building this program. I mean, JB knows how it is, man. It's been a grind to take over a program that was struggling the way NSU was struggling for years. And then for us to have the most wins in 25 years is a big deal. It's a big deal for our university. It's a big deal for our program, to win the President's Cup for the first time since 2013, to win that Red Feather Classic when we were 25-point underdogs in week 0. I mean, we've come a long way in a short amount of time. We want to finish this season the right way. Our players want to finish it the right way. I want to finish it the right way. And so excited to get out there and play one more game in front of our fans, man. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal because you get to play a postseason game. And most people are not playing games right now. most people are home right now, JB and Smitty. They're on the couch.
Yep.
No doubt.
It's a privilege. It's a privilege and an honor to play in a bowl game. I played in 3 as a player at Colorado, played in the Cotton, played in the Holiday Bowl, we played in the Aloha Bowl. And then I've coached in a bunch of games, Alamo Bowls, a lot of different bowl games at junior college level. And so I'm excited to get NSU back to their first bowl game in a very, very long time. So it's been a lot of work, man, but definitely been rewarding.
Let me ask you something. A lot going on in college football, obviously, over this whole Lane Kiffin thing. Let's talk about some other coaches real quick. And I just want to just play a game, good or bad.
You love games.
Summerall to Florida, good or bad?
I mean, for Summerall, it's great.
Right.
He got a contract that I'm sure it's 5-7 times more than he was making where he was at. I think Florida has the resources to win. They want to win. I think it's a great move for him and his family. And I think he's going to do a good job. I mean, the one thing you got to always judge coaches on is do they win? And he's won at multiple destinations. And, I know it wasn't the flashy hire that Florida wanted. They wanted Lane. Everybody knows they wanted Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
But I think this is a very solid hire for Florida. I think he's going to do a really good job in stabilizing that program. And he's a proven winner. You want guys that are proven winners, and he's a winner. So I think it's a good move.
No doubt. That's Syski, who just on. They're best friends. They grew up together. They've coached together everywhere. So that he thinks he's the next best thing. I know Urban's super high on him as well. So it looks like a good thing. For the university, good or bad? Michigan State, Coach Fitzgerald. They just let Jonathan Smith go. Chev, who's a friend of ours, who's Glendora High School guy, and I've known him for a long, long time. It's crazy how the business is now, Chev. So the guy gets let go last minute to the public anyway. Probably was in the discussions. But then Fitzgerald's hired already, like, boom. Like, that's, to me, that's the part I just like, God damn. If you guys wanted a guy already, just tell me 2 weeks ago.
Well, I think they were waiting. Once they found out that Fitzgerald's lawsuit got dismissed and that he basically was proven right in the whole thing, I think he became a hot name in the market. And, I think when Jonathan Smith made the move from Oregon State to Michigan State a couple of years ago, I was surprised. I didn't think it was a great fit. I didn't think it was a great fit for Coach Smith. I didn't think it was a great fit for Michigan State. I thought it was always an odd thing when he went there.
Me too.
And so I wasn't surprised when they weren't winning that they were quick to move on. And they're going to pay him a lot of money, obviously, to go away. But, I know Coach Fitzgerald's a proven Big Ten coach. He's won with less. When you're at a program like Northwestern, it's more of an academia school. And, so you got to do more with less as far as the recruiting aspect of it, because there's different qualifications to get in those kind of schools. I think it's I don't know if it's been official. They named it official yet? Has Fitzgerald been hired?
From what I've heard, I think they're officially making it happen today.
That they're working on a deal.
Yeah.
I think if they get Coach Fitzgerald, it's a really good fit because he knows the Big Ten landscape. He's coached in the Big Ten for a lot of years. He's been very successful in the Big Ten. So I think if Michigan State lands him, I think it's a great fit for both parties.
Alex Golesh, who I've known a long time as well, seen his rise in the business. Auburn, good or bad for Auburn?
I mean, Auburn's been such a weird dynamic, though. I mean, the last 4 coaches that have gone there have gotten fired, I think.
Yeah.
I think I'm right. I think it's 4. I don't know the last coach that left there on good terms, And so I think what Alex was doing at South Florida was good stuff, man. I think he was putting himself in position to pick the job that he wanted. Now don't get me wrong. Is Auburn a great job? It should be.
Should be.
But why have they struggled so much? There's always stuff going on about the head coaches and their background and all this stuff, and they're trying to get them out of there, talking about their off the field stuff. I mean, let's keep the main thing. Let's talk about football. You know what I mean? Let's talk about football. And so, I'm interested to see how that goes, JB, because it just, I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle on this one. I don't think it's a home run hire, but I think Alex is a good coach. I mean, I don't know Alex, but following him from afar, I mean, whenever coaches have success, they're doing something right. And so
I know Alex. I know from inside guys like Syski and other guys that Ole Miss's target when they knew the wheels were falling off because they wanted an offensive guy to come in and replace an offensive guy. But they're actually happy now with Golding, who's a recruiter and kind of the glue to the program there at Ole Miss. And he told them, "Hey, I'm staying, and I'll share some things off the show with you that you'll like. You're gonna trip on." So he was, but they went after Alex late because Alex was gonna, Arkansas, and then the Ole Miss thing happened. So it's very interesting. But Sumrall wanted Ole Miss, even though Sumrall's wife went to Auburn, and Sumrall, because that's Syski's boy, he wanted Ole Miss job. That was like his dream job, but he had to make a decision because Florida was like, "You need to make a decision tonight. We don't have time." Right. So Sumrall took Florida. So Sumrall wanted Ole Miss though. So it was it's interesting how this all happened because of one person, which was Lane holding this whole thing up. And it's very interesting. Satderfield leaves Memphis, drives 2 hours over to Little Rock, basically, and it's going to take Arkansas job. Good or bad?
I mean, to me, I think Arkansas, I think they were going after some other targets, and then they missed on those targets. And so it kind of came down to getting him the job. I think he's done an unbelievable job in Memphis. Obviously, they didn't finish great this year, but he's a proven winner. The thing about Arkansas, again, the conference you're in and the SEC, are you going to give him the resources he needs in NIL, give him the resources he needs in roster retention? Because you got to be able not only to sign top players, but then you got to retain them and be able to sign them to deals that are going to keep them there long term. And to me, like we talked about before, I think Eric Morris taking the Oklahoma State job was the right move for Eric, because in the Big 12, I truly believe that you can win sooner than you can in the SEC, because I think Arkansas, I'm not saying it's a great hire, but what I'm saying is that he's got his work cut out for him, because to me, the pecking order, I mean, LSU's at the top of the food chain. Yeah. And then you're talking about the Ole Misses of the world and the Alabamas of the world. And you're talking about Auburns of the world. I mean, there is some heavy hitters in that conference that when you're talking about recruiting, those kids are going to go to those schools before they come to Fayetteville. And 100%. I think Arkansas is a great school. They got great facilities, I think. But again, you got to remember the conference you're in. If you're not going to play that game at the highest level and put together $25 to $30 million a year in roster retention for your NIL, you don't have a chance in that conference.
It's crazy to me.
In the Big 12, you do.
Do you feel like the breath was let out? Like they couldn't get Lane, and they couldn't get these other names that were maybe bigger name guys at these other places. I mean, like Arkansas, Florida. It seems like they had to make a decision to make a move after the Lane thing, and then after the next big thing they couldn't get. It seems like Arkansas.
Yeah, I agree with you, JB. I agree with you. I don't think he was top 4 on the board.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think it worked out for Ryan and his family, and he'll do a great job. Listen, I mean, he did a great job in Memphis, man, and he's a proven winner. It's not the flashy hire.
So did Mike.
Sometimes not the flashy hire is the best hire because they just grind and work.
Look what Norvell did at Memphis too. And then he goes to Florida State and has, besides the 1 year that kind of they got fucked on the NCAA turn, the playoff. Yeah. He hasn't done anything, and he was at Memphis and big fish eat little fish, Chev. You know that.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think Norvell had two good years at Florida State, and obviously the wheels have fallen off a little bit. And they're going to bring him back, and I'm sure Gus was trying to get the Arkansas job bad, and if Florida State probably would have played a little bit better, he probably gets that job because Gus is a proven guy, and he's won at different places. But again, he was a guy that Auburn moved on from, so. They're definitely I think everybody was waiting on to see what Lane was going to do. And, LSU probably said, hey, look, you got to either do this or we're going to move on too, because it's all based off the recruiting calendar, and it's not fair to the kids. Like, I think there's a problem in college football when a team like Ole Miss, who's 11-1, is in position to make a run for the national title. And now you lose your head coach and play caller before you even get to the playoffs, man. It's ridiculous.
To your point. No doubt. To your point about Arkansas, like taking Satderfield, Coach Womack is. He's at Bama.
Yeah, he's a DC.
Do you know he was he had the job offer and they won to go to the SEC championship against Georgia this weekend, and he pulled his name out and said, I'm going to stay here at Bama and finish what we started here. That's how, to me, like, you were taking a DC from a place like Bama because of the prestige over a head coach, a sitting head coach at Memphis. Like, think about it, Smitty. Like, what Chef said is, like, you just, like, to me, it's like, oh, you took him up. It just took anybody. Satderfield's a good coach. Not anybody, but I'm saying, like, he wasn't on your board.
He wasn't their main person they wanted. Like, their first 3-4 options they couldn't get for whatever reason. So they said, all right,
they were kind of the left man. They were kind of left at the table. Like, okay, we got to hire someone. You know, Womack was the head coach at South Alabama. We played him when I was at UCLA. He's a good coach. And he knows what he's doing. And maybe they wanted him to come right now. And he said, I can't. I'm going to finish this thing with Alabama. Who knows what went on the phones with the agents. But I guarantee you, like, you know, I think Arkansas, you know, they're on like their 4th or 5th option. But for Ryan and his family, it's probably a great move for him to go there because it's obviously going to be a huge step up in pay, too.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Silverfield's a good coach, man. I'm not going to say he's not. I'm not going to say he's not a good coach. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not a good coach at all. Hey, why is Penn State the stepsister in this whole thing? Like, what's happened? Because I got to see some crazy text messages over the weekend with AJ and kids and stuff like that. But certain NFL guys are not even entertaining it, but we're entertaining other jobs in the South. Let's just say that. Is it strictly because right now with the pay to play the way it is, you rather go south in warmer weather than deal with the north and have to deal with the same players that I could pay to go down to an Ole Miss, for instance, or a Arkansas or a South Florida even? Like, that's crazy to me from the text I've seen, Chev, that South Florida is a hotter destination right now than fucking Penn State. You really think that's a thing?
I don't. I mean, because Ohio State plays in cold weather too, and so does Michigan and everybody else. Right. I don't know why Penn State has put themselves in this situation. I think Penn State's a top 5 job nationally. You know, I think in the cycle before LSU became open, I thought Penn State was the top one, and then when LSU came open, I thought it was LSU, Penn State, then Florida. To me, I think Penn State is a blue blood program that probably now they're kind of sitting at the dinner table, and there's not a lot of people left at the dinner table. That's the issue that they kind of ran into. I don't know what's going on in their search. I have no idea how their search went. I don't know if they're using a search committee or a firm or if it's coming from the president and the chancellor. I have no idea what's going on in their search. But to me, I think maybe they were trying to go after some guys that they didn't get, or they waited too long to make the offer to, and then guys took the jobs that were open. But I mean, now who gets that job, JB? I have no idea who gets that job right now. All the guys that they wanted, the guys like the Elkos of the world and the Drinkowitzes of the world, they all like re-signed. They all re-upped at their programs. So
Clark Lee and Drink, for them to stay, and I get Clark Lee is an alum at Vandy, but for them to stay, it's kind of like AJ's point over the weekend, like that tells you something about the landscape.
Or maybe they were dragging their feet too. Like those guys are already winning where they're at, and when their administration is saying, "Hey, look, we're going to give you a new deal. We're going to up your pay $2 million, give you more money for your assistants, give you more money for your NIL," and you already have that in your hand, and Penn State's waiting to make an offer. They probably haven't made an offer yet, but just because the job is open, that's how you create leverage in the deal. You know what I mean? So now I saw that what's his name over at Tennessee, Heupel's going to possibly interview for it. But to me, I don't think that's a better job than Tennessee. To me, Tennessee's a blue blood. Tennessee's got plenty of money. Tennessee's won national championships. So
the only thing that screams out to me when I hear that, or even I'm hearing that I have heard, and I should have asked Syski to verify it because he would have on the show. But like DeBoer and Penn State, it was a serious thing,
and maybe that still's going on.
That's crazy. Like
maybe that's still going on.
And for the people like AJ and shit like that, they're not happy because then you weren't never mentioned to be our coach. Because if it's too much pressure here at Bama, you should have never took the job. Because you don't leave Bama for Penn State, Smitty. Let's be real here.
I hope that's fake. I hope that ain't some real.
Well, it's not fake. I'm not saying it's real that it's happening, but I'm just telling you it's not a fake situation at all. It's not fake. So it's crazy right now. It's crazy. But Smitty, go ahead. I know you got some questions for the chef.
No, for sure, man. I want to go talk about your alma mater, Colorado, man. Obviously not the best season to say the least. Went 3-9 this year with the loss to Kansas State, and Coach Prime has some final words post game after the game. Check it out.
When I win, I don't mind a clap. When I lose, I don't mind a boo. I played this game. I know this game like the back of my hand, and I love this game, and I love all the ups and downs, the ins and outs about it. And I'm built for every last bit of it. But if anybody's built to reconcile and to get this back on course, it's me. And I will do it if it's the last thing I do on earth. Trust me when I tell you. This was the Last Supper. God bless.
Coach Chev.
I mean, obviously,
you like it, you love it, you hate it. Talk to me.
I can tell that he's invested in fixing the issues. The issues are that now you're going to be going into year 4, and you haven't done a good job of developing and retaining your roster. You know, to me, it's like all they talk about at Colorado is about the portal. Okay, you can't just talk about the portal. It's got to be a combination of high school recruiting along with junior college recruiting and the portal. It's got to be layered through those 3 different avenues. And I think that they've gone all in on the portal every year, and they haven't done a good enough job of retaining and developing players because believe me, all those guys at one point were top high school recruits. So what's missing? What's missing is the development piece of keeping them in your program, your culture, getting closer, and not just have a revolving door of players coming in and out of your program. And once they lost guys like Shador and Travis, who he already had a previous relationship with because they played for him at Jackson State, he didn't do a good enough job, and his staff didn't do a good enough job of recruiting and developing high school talent while evaluating portal talent and making sure you have a good blend of both. Because now you're going into year 4 and you're starting over. You don't want to be going into year 4 and starting over. And so, you know, I love what he said. I mean, he's going to have a staff overhaul. He's going to have to hire a new offensive coordinator, probably new offense and defensive staff. And he's got to hire good football coaches. And don't get yes men around you. Get people that are going to tell you the truth and go, coach, look it, this ain't good. You got to be able to have hard conversations in the staff room and not everybody be yes, 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 yes. That doesn't get stuff accomplished. You got to be able to have those confrontations and have some adversity. It's okay to have those conversations, have hard talks within a staff room. And I think right now everybody is yes people around coach. And I think he needs guys that are going to be good football coaches. They're going to be great recruiters, and they're going to develop players. But now going into year 4, Smitty, man, you're probably going to have to go heavy portal because you can't rely on bringing high school kids in right now to play because they're not going to be ready. That's why you have to recruit and retain and develop, man. That's what we've been able to do. We struggled the first year, but all those kids played. And in year 2, they're all playing still, and they're making tons of plays on offense and defense and special teams because they're ingrained in the culture of who we are. And, you know, I'm a fan of Deion, man. I mean, I'm a fan of him as a player. I mean, his rise through college football has been documented. I think people are getting jobs that don't deserve jobs because of Deion. I mean, you see it around college football.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to earn your stripes. I'm a former NFL player, but I've coached 20 years in this profession. I've grinded my way up from a junior college coach to an assistant to getting let go to going to reinvent myself and grind my way up. And I see guys coaching for 1 year and want head jobs. What are we talking about, man? You got to earn it the hard way. You can't talk yourself into jobs. You got to earn it by what you do on the field and what you do in those rooms and what you do on the recruiting trail. I think people have lost sight of that, man. I think
we have. It's a disservice. I'm gonna be honest, Chev. It's a fucking disservice to kids. I'm just telling you right now. Marshall Falk, I love Marshall Falk, and I know Marshall personally very well. It's a disservice to hire him at a fucking college right now as a head coach. It's a disservice.
It's a disservice to all the other coaches that have
fucking right.
Way up
every single one. I told Smitty 3 years ago, and I get Smitty's point of like, well, they have to get their shot, right? Like fucking JJ Redick and all these things. But there's so many guys we passed by that have grinded because they were told this is the way. You go get coffee for Nick Saban. You go cut film for this. You go cut. Now we're just Deshaun Jackson. You play in the NFL here. You're the head coach of fucking Michael Vick.
We're skipping steps, man.
Let me be devil's advocate. I 100% understand what you're saying from your perspective. You grind and you have to do it the long way. But if a guy does skip the line and actually performs well, though, in that role, then does it really? I mean, They got
I
it
mean,
right.
I think Deion's done a good job. He's had one good year, really, right? As a power forward head coach. He had the one
but
good
the
year.
bar was 1-11 though. So I do want to like we gotta remember the 1-11. So like
no, I get it. But he went 4-8 the first year, right?
That was improvement. I know it was a good year.
9-4 in year 2.
Yeah,
and didn't play well in the bowl game, and then obviously have stepped back and regressed a little bit. Listen, I'm a Deion fan. I am.
Yeah.
He's got to hire some good people around him
for sure
that are solid coaches that can come in and help him. Help him because he's not calling plays on offense. He's not calling the defense. So, and obviously his health has been up and down. So he needs people that are good, solid coaches around him. I'm rooting for him because I'm a Buff, man. I want to see Colorado.
The problem I have with Smitty's like a devil's advocate part of this, if he's not good, you've passed up all the guys that have grinded to get the job, and just to throw out a face when you're not good. Like, let's be honest, it's a slap in the face to the profession. It ain't about a certain player or It's not a slap at Smitty as particularly if he's a GA and he grinded. And then I just throw a face in there. No, it's a slap in the whole profession. The way that Chev and I used to sleep at the AFCA convention on the floor of Ron English to try to get a fucking job at Michigan. Or to try Ron English sleeping on the floor with fucking Tuberville to try to get a job at Auburn. There was history to this. Like, I know to be fact. And Mike Leach, who was a Pepperdine University law school student who grinded as a GA and cut film to go sleep on the AFCA convention floors to meet coaches to get his foot in the door. Like, there was parts we're just slapping that shit. Now it's like, it doesn't matter. But what it tells you is, and I don't know if Chev agrees, all those young guys that did it that way, that are still being told this is the way you climb the ladder, are they now not discouraged and saying, hell no, Michael Vick just got the fucking head job. I've been the next guy waiting I've been at HBCU for 12 years as a coordinator, and I can't even get a job. They hired Mike Vick. So, like, there's a slap in the profession's face, dog. It ain't nothing to do with just putting him in there, see if he can win. That's like putting the guy as CEO at Amazon and say, hey, you better keep the sales high.
It's kind of like what you said earlier, though. The first act, I remember what we were talking about, but you said life ain't fair, or you used the word fair.
It ain't fair.
Well, life's definitely not fair in this profession.
Not fair, but this is different.
And I'm not saying that Southern. I'm not saying that's a bad hire. We'll find out, right? I mean, we'll find out. Opportunity. But my thing is this: I do believe there should be a process and there should be steps that are taken in order to become a head coach at a college level. And you can't just throw your name out there because you're a former player. I'm a former player, man, and I get it. Right. But you can't just throw your name out there on Twitter and say, I want to be a college head coach. Well, okay, then go work for free at a Division I intern. Then get to a junior college and learn how to coach. Right. Here's the thing. I'm a former NFL player. I played professionally for 7 years. Yep. And when I first started coaching, I didn't know that much. I had to figure it out. Like, I had to learn from good coaches and learn concept and learn scheme, learn run game and learn protection, learn all the things that go with just being a position coach, then being a coordinator, and then becoming a head coach and betting on myself and going to Chafee, taking over a program that won 2 games in 2 years. And we went 11-0, taking over a program here that won 7 games in 9 years. And now we're 8-3 in year 2, done it the right way. Right. And nothing against those. I'm not mad at those guys, but I'm just saying there's got to be steps that are taken in order for guys to develop and stay true to their profession. Because there's a lot of guys at the HBCUs that are coaches. They're like, man, I should have had a chance at that Southern job. Hey. I've been grinding my way up. I've been an assistant coach. I've been a coordinator. I've paid my dues. And now all of a sudden, bam, because he's a Hall of Famer, I can't get an opportunity to interview.
Hey, Smitty, you and I know a guy that's not very happy. And neither is his staff, and neither is anyone else in the league that he plays in. They're not happy Marshall Faulk got the job. Who am I talking about?
Said a name.
Coach Fred comes on this show quite often, right? He's been this is like, so Steve McNair, obviously the McNair family, Chev, Fred McNair is the head coach, and I've known him for a long time. I got 2 of my former staff members on the staff there. I'm like at Alcorn, right? They're like dog, I got a coordinator that's been in the HBCU for fucking 13 years, and this is a known guy in this, landscape, and Marshall Faulk, and he's from Louisiana. And he's like, hold on, I get Marshall's from Louisiana, but this guy's actually home visited, recruited. He's done this shit for 23 years, 13 as a coordinator in the HBCU level, and just they're getting discouraged, Chev. I'm just telling you.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, that'd be frustrating for a lot of coaches that have been in the profession for a long time. And there's probably guys that played at Southern that are alums that are coaching in the profession, and they're like, man, I couldn't even get an interview. I couldn't even get a phone call. You know what I mean? And listen, I mean, I don't know if Marshall Faulk's a good coach or not. I have no idea. Maybe he's a great coach, and I hope he's going to do well over there. I'm just talking about the profession as a whole. I'm a football coach lifer. I mean, I'm a former player that played Division I college football, played the National Football League, but I had to start from the bottom and had to grind my way through this profession that is cold-blooded, as we know. It's cold-blooded.
And the reason I brought it up, think about this, Smitty. Aaron McNair and Fred McNair, who I played arena football. Fred McNair was a great arena football quarterback, by the way. Steve's brother, who was the head coach at Alcorn for a long time, been a head coach in the HBCU. He's now an GA or whatever. He's like an assistant at Southern. And you pass that dude. He's been a head coach in this division or in the HBCUs for 15 years. And you just passed him by and brought in Marshall. And he's on your staff already. This guy's already was at Southern this past year. So it's weird how things working. And listen, I get life's not fair and all that. But at the same time, then why are we telling you to do these steps? Why do I got to go get a teacher credential and to teach high school football in California if you're going to hire a guy and name him a professional expert and say you don't need a degree?
It feels like that obviously recruiting has always mattered, of course, duh. But it feels like now they care so much, it's all about recruiting. And they feel like if we get a face, Marshall Faulk, D-Jack, Michael Vick, whatever, then they'll bring in all the
social media
because of their stardom.
Social media. I believe
I think to Smitty's point, I think everybody wants to win the press conference, right? They want to win the press conference, and saying you're hiring a Hall of Famer and all that wins the press conference. Now, what you're gonna find out though, that's gonna wear off quickly. Now it's gonna be, what does he know? For every guy that's like Deion, there's guys Michael Vick. We were teammates at Atlanta, and shoot, man, Mike struggled in year one. I think they went 1-11, I think. And then Shaun had a good season, right? And then for every Eddie George, there's going to be guys that fail. So, listen, I'm not saying that it's right or wrong or indifferent, Smitty. I'm just saying that in this profession, man, there should be steps that should be taken in order for you to be proven worthy for those jobs. In my opinion.
And I have firsthand knowledge and firsthand Eddie George is a good friend of mine. Called me and I did Zooms for his whole staff for his whole first year. He didn't even want to coach Smitty. He was managing billionaires' money and said, I don't want to coach. Jeff Fisher, his mentor, was like, hey, I'll help you out. Come on over here. And he was the face. And look, he struggled and he kind of got something to get a Bowling Green. He will tell you firsthand. He didn't know what the hell. He didn't want to do it. Yeah. And I'm just telling you, there was guys on that staff. To be honest, they had a decent season before he took over at East Tennessee or whatever. Tennessee State, sorry. They had a decent season. The coach was like, we need a face. And ushered this guy out. This guy was a legend there. There's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes, dog. And it's a shady operation now, man. Shady business, but it is what it is, I guess, Chev. Chev, can't thank you enough. Great, good luck this week. Go get a win. Go get the bowl.
Yeah.
I hope to see you hoisting it over, and we'll have you on next week to talk about it, man.
I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Smitty. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks, JB.
Yes, sir, brother.
Good luck.
Coach Chev. Shout out. Yeah, Smitty. It's a fucking dog eat dog world. I get it. It's a crazy business we're in right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's a crazy operation.
I get it. Like I said, if I'm coaching and I know all the work I had to put in to even get to a position level coach, and then I see somebody just get a head coaching job just like that, it's like, damn, I can get 100. I know 100% what y'all saying. I get it. But just like I said,
Let's take a quick commercial. Let me refill. Shaun King, Big King will join us along with Edub here shortly on a packed, loaded, Merciless Monday. We still got a lot of NFL.
We ain't talking NFL. We ain't talking your shitty Rams loss. We ain't brought them up. It's been a lot going on.
They're still the best team in the NFC. I'm not worried at all. That's a game. Yeah, you had those hiccups, and I'm glad they had it right now because I really didn't want to see them run the table. I actually wanted them to have a hiccup. Right. And you know that's true in football, Smitty.
Yeah, Don't say it's not. True, but I'm saying it's easy to say that now.
Yeah, of course.
There's nothing else you could say.
Of course.
I feel you.
Yeah. Hey, you throw a lot of touchdowns in a row, and then you have a batted ball at the line of scrimmage, and it's a pick. You could throw picks in a row too. It's a thing in the NFL. And then he threw a pick six. Stafford threw a pick six and ran it back. And listen, Carolina's playing good football. They're actually in the division, like tied for the lead with
Bryce Young. Hey, Bryce Young, damn near was the right pick. Now we got in hindsight, we too quick to write people off.
Very interested in NFC West here with the Seahawks, Niners, and Rams coming down to the wire here. Eagles look like they're struggling. I wouldn't put them in the top 3 or 4 in the NFC right now. But very interesting.
Divisions, the AFC North, we don't know if it's going to be the Rams, Bengals now, Steelers. The AFC South, my coach lost. The Jags D. Jones Jags is leading the division right now. You got the Texans right there with the coach. Like, it's parity, homie. I love it.
What about the Vikings? Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking.
Colorado State QB Darius Curry spat on a Boise State player, homie. You kind of already teased it at the beginning. Me watching this clip is pissing me off. I ain't gonna lie to you, homie. I don't know what it is with this generation. But y'all have no respect for the game, no respect for each other, no respect for your fucking last name, homie. If my parents saw this, if my family members saw this, homie, I'm getting my ass kicked. They cussing me out. They disowning me. Like, this shit is embarrassing to spit on somebody in a football game. This ain't the streets. This ain't even on the streets you don't do that shit, but this is a football. What the fuck he do to you that got you so mad that you gonna spit on him? To me, man, like, he should be.
Look. Then he runs.
And that runs. This is bitch made.
It's all bitch made.
There's a time and a place when you use that word. This is bitch made. 100%. Ain't no argument at all.
All the people that spit is bitch made.
This man needs to be benched the rest of the year, suspended the rest of the year. If he got some NIL dollars, something needs to be stripped. Like, he needs to be punished to like a very extreme level. This is embarrassing, homie, for you to do that. And number 5, I don't know what happened. It looks like number 5 held his composure together. Homie, you should have beat his ass and dealt with the consequences later. You should have grabbed his face mask and beat the shit out of this dude. Because the fact that he just jawed off and thought everything was cool, to me, this comes off, and I don't know his story at all, so I'm just guessing. I could be 100% wrong. But his demeanor comes off as a spoiled little fucking brat, spoiled little kid that ain't never been told what to do from right or wrong. And he think he's always got away with whatever he wanted to do. Never got his ass beat. Never got disciplined because he was a pretty decent athlete and is moving around, just moving how he wants to move. That's how he looks. I've seen this type of kid right now. He needs a good old-fashioned ass whooping is what we called it. He needs belt to ass to the highest level. But since he's a grown man now, he needs to be beat the fuck up. And listen, I don't really go out here and promote violence. Y'all know I don't. But he needs to get his ass beat. He needs to get beat the fuck up.
Yeah,
that's the only answer.
Let's do it. You and I film it
for real. No, I'm serious. I will beat his ass on me. This shit pisses me off for real. Let's find him. I will beat his ass. Look at him, homie. And then he did that little weak ass little jog at the end. Little soft ass jog. You pussy. If you gonna spit on somebody, then stand on it. If you gonna do it, split and go fight right now. He's spitting and jog. Come protect me, offensive guard. He's soft, homie. He's soft. I hope his daddy watching it. I blame his daddy.
There's no difference in Jalen Carter and Dak Prescott, Jamar Chase, or all the others. I told y'all they'll see it and they'll do it. That's what happens when you're professionals at the highest level doing it. What did you think? College kids weren't going to do it? How many high school kids do you think over the weekend spit on somebody? It's a trend now. It's a fucking gay trend, homie. It's soft And the coaches need to address it pregame, practice, and the whole thing. If you spit on another human, you're done. It's really simple. Coaches. Coaches need to set the tone. And then the NCAA and college need to get inside and say, listen, your NIL money will be stripped. You will be suspended for the season. And that's it. Like, it's not a real fucking thick debate here. Like you spit on another human, you're done. Like, I don't understand why these we're back. Glasses are horrible.
It was kind of bright.
Yeah, they're shitty.
I can't hear Big Smitty. I can't hear.
Maybe it's your fucking cigar lounge. Maybe it's cigar lounge you're in.
10 minutes late. Glasses too bright. Can't hear us.
You know, Mondays is like Edub Monday.
Like it was made especially for Edub.
Like you're supposed to be on at 8, off at 8:30 on Mondays specifically.
I mean, he's still gonna be up at 8:30. He just gotta be a shorter segment. Gotta get straight to it.
But now he just stays on now.
That's the problem because now we're 10 away
He's
from
forced his
Edub
way. He's forced his way to stay on though.
Like Edub comes on fucking 20 times a year during the season. He has 1 day a week. 1 day. Shaun comes on 3 days a week typically, and you cut into somebody's special day. It's just selfish, homie. But
hey man, the big dog is in the building. Let's get the week started, man. The big dog is here. What's happening? Man, people getting jobs, man. Y'all,
Papa Smurf looking at.
Hey, y'all bitching and moaning.
Clifford the big blue ball looking at.
Man, listen, y'all bitching and moaning.
Blueberry looking at.
By upper mobility in the black community,
Big
man.
Crip, the original Crip looking at.
Hey, this ain't the realest show on earth, man.
Motherfuckers like
Marshall Faulk deserved a Southern job from New Orleans. NFL Hall of Fame.
Here we go.
Yeah. Come on, man. Get up out of here with that.
Here we go.
He didn't feel it because fucking Summerall to the floor job. He didn't feel it. That's why he was late.
Real shit.
Crying and shit. Sad and shit.
Real shit.
I can show you the text I sent Summerall. I told Summerall, congratulations, big dog. Man, you can't turn down that.
You got no show. What are you gonna say? Fucking no! You better not leave for Florida. You better not leave Tulane.
Hey, listen.
What are you gonna say?
Hey, listen. Football coaching is the only profession where people get mad at you for taking a higher paying, higher profile job.
Always has been.
Always have.
Like, come on, Ole Miss. Like, y'all gonna boo Lane?
Well, hold on. That's a different situation. Ole Miss was the higher paying job that he left.
No,
No, we just got you didn't watch our show. We got a fact. Ole Miss offer more money.
Listen what I'm saying.
I've seen the contract. They offered him more money.
Like, we have the numbers now.
First of all, cut it out. Secondly, guys leave for other jobs all the time. Be happy for the development that they brought. He made Ole Miss back into a reputable program.
And then shit on Mark at the end.
I'm just saying, they ain't LSU. It be like that sometimes.
Don't build me up to tear me down, Shaun King. Ego is the enemy.
It's not any sitting head coach's fault that the NCAA is so ridiculously unorganized that they have a schedule that puts you in these situations. That's not his fault.
We've said that, but
that's
there's
not
also
his
a way.
fault.
But there's also
a grown man make a decision. I mean, don't try to be on the.
He did. He made a decision. He said he walked in the staff meeting and he said, "Hey, I went back and forth. I finished the part of the race that I can finish. I'm going to LSU. Smitty and JB, if y'all going, go to your office and pack your shit up because the flight leave at 6.
It wasn't that smooth.
It's way different than that. I'll show you text off the air. Way different than that. So stop assuming that happened. Stop assuming that's how it happened. It didn't happen that way. Number one. Number two, after the Egg Bowl, he literally told the world, I don't know what I'm doing.
He probably did it.
But then he said, I need to ask God, Jesus, and Christ, and then I got to talk to Nick and Pete Carroll.
Hey, if you in the chat and you had a big decision and you had to go home and sleep on it, then say, I agree with Big King. Sometime before you make a life-changing decision like this, you got to go home and sleep on it one more moon just to make sure.
But you got a national championship level team right now, homie.
Hey man, listen,
you got more money at Ole Miss. You got everything.
Listen.
How about you listen to this first? It's Edub Monday. Bring him in.
Yeah. I'm in my mode, ready to transform you into I hate a storm, Hail Marys, I make it pour. Good, I ain't lying, you little giants, we been defiant. Rising. What's the cost to be the boss? Breaking down the walls. We all lean once the coin gets tossed. Got the plan of action, never acting. No need to scramble to get traction. We make it happen. From 3-4s to 4-3s, we get it cracking.
Yeah.
Hey. The man, the myth, the weddle.
Show them arms, Edub.
Y'all can't bring no friction between me and my dog, Eric. Hey, Eric, they be trying to act like me and you ain't cool with sharing a little segment on Monday.
It's all love, baby. We all in this together.
Dog.
See, that's the difference. See, y'all want to look good and lose when we rather look bad and win. See, Edub and we're the whites out there, we're gonna be like, hey man, we'll do whatever we have to do for the team. Y'all, you just force your way in. Just force your way in. It's my show. I want to do it my way. At BPS.
Time out, homie.
The whites. Hold on.
Y'all.
What the fuck are the whites? What the fuck is JB talking about?
The whites, homie. The white. We got a white team. We got a white team and a black team.
Brock Purdy was hitting the Dougie yesterday. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because y'all
trying to look good.
So look.
Hold on. First of all, you're not gonna force Smitty on my team. I take what I take what.
Oh, am I not black? What the fuck you talking about, Shaun? What do you mean? What you mean forced? I think God forced it. I'm literally black. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. All right, Edub, good to see you.
Hey, hold on, JB. Hey, if you in the chat, hit that like button, and if you think Smitty is half white, shoot a thumbs up to the chat.
We got 14,000 people in this show, homie. They've been liking the show, homie. Edub, what's going on, Edub? How you feeling, baby? How you feeling?
Good. I'm good, man. Crazy weekend in football, and a lot going on. So I'm sure we got a lot to talk about.
Lots to talk about. So right out the gate, before we get to topics, Bailey's caught up there. We're going to bring up to make sure we touch for Smitty's purposes. He's going to be the narrator. I got my top 5, bottom 5. I got to bring it up real quick with you guys as we do every Monday. I want to bring up my top 5, bottom 5. Knock that shit out right now, Bailey. And let's dive right into it. My top 5. To me, it's got to be Texas. Texas got it done. Undefeated A&M. Puts their name in the conversation you got to now keep them out.
A&M was a fraud, and A&M is a fake top 5 team if I've ever seen it. So let's not act
really?
Like
well, they played more teams than Ohio State though.
Yeah.
There's so many teams.
There are.
They get the benefit of the doubt. Like
I agree with you.
So go ahead.
I agree with you.
You're finally on the Arch Manning bandwagon, I see, JB. It took you long enough.
I'm not. I still think he's shitty.
Man, stop.
But that's a whole nother story. Listen, they got it done. They're gonna make them a hard out. That's all I can say. They're gonna make it hard for them to keep them out. But that Florida loss is probably gonna cost them. Vandy, Battle of Tennessee, your boy Pavia's mama twerking, all that shit, Theo Vaughn. Lane, all the combinations of things. Vanderbilt belt to ass Tennessee, and it probably Heupel wants out. He wanted to go to Penn State. He can't handle the SEC. Ohio State. The reason I got Ohio State on here, Shaun and Edub, Smitty, because of they had to break that. They had to get over the hump and beat Michigan for you. So I think that was a big win. You know what I mean? In Michigan. Michigan
was what, 9-2, right? So that's still a solid team.
I got Cal. A good friend of mine was the interim head coach, Nick Rolovich, who got the short end of the stick at Wazoo over COVID years ago. He's back in the helm there for the interim reasons, and hopefully he can get some consideration. If not, hopefully he gets a job again. Great coach, great offensive guy, JUCO guy, Hawaii legend. Gets it done. Beats SMU, Shaun. I think that was an inexcusable loss. Inexcusable.
Gets out of the ACC championship game.
Inexcusable loss for SMU. Inexcusable. And the Panthers for beating the Rams. Listen, Panthers are better than people think, but the Rams needed to lose a game in the middle of it. I'm not making excuses. I know Smitty thinks that, but Edub, that's a game I'd rather you lose right now. Then lose to the Seahawks later on up there or whatever or wherever you're at. So I think the Rams are they're fine. Both. They're still fine. I'm not worried about it. But Panthers showed up. They showed up and they get the win. Bottom side, Tennessee. You guys are no showed against Vanderbilt. No showed, Smitty. That shit was belt to ass. That's an embarrassing loss for Tennessee, in my opinion. And then at SMU, to Edub's point, SMU was an absolute inexcusable loss. To play for the title and you lose to Cal without a coach is an inexcusable loss. Pittsburgh don't show up. They said, beat me by 100 if you're Notre Dame, but you got damn near get beat 100 by Miami too. You didn't show up. And then Aaron Rodgers. I got to be honest. This shit is getting to be – I know Shaun King has some strong points on this. We're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers here in a minute. And then Lane Kiffin. Just the way that the exit happened on a playoff run, he's got to be on my top 5. So that's my list and my bottom list.
That's your homie. Lane's your homie. He wrote you a personal letter in the book.
Anyway, I like his son better. So let's dive into it. Shaun, go ahead. Shaun first, since you're still in everybody's limelight. Go ahead. Let's what's your take on this top 5?
First of all, Rodgers should be first because he's ass cheeks. I mean, he's absolutely ass cheeks right now. And his subtle acknowledgement that he's ass cheeks was the weakest shit I've ever seen. Like, when you suck, sometimes you just got to be like, you know what? I ain't playing worth the fuck right now. Like, I'm shitty. I got to get better. And you started with that. You don't say, well, you know what? JB's background lighting ain't quite what we wanted it to be. And Smitty's half white. And Weddle likes to do push-ups before he comes on the show. And by the way, I also got to get better. Like that weak-ass acknowledgement that it's his play. Rodgers, y'all were up 7-3 on 1st and 10 when you decided to float around in the pocket with no awareness. And after exiting and coming back in the pocket, he gets sacked, fumble. That's when they took the lead. They were still winning. That should have been number 1. Hold on a second. Let me cook. Number 2 should have been the ACC conference.
You're not cooking enough.
The fact that a 500 Duke team is in the ACC title game. Come on, ACC. What is really going on?
That's horrible. To Weddle's point, there's a lot of frauds. Football's fraud. College football's fucking garbage. It's watered down to shit.
By the way, College Football Committee, if y'all are worth what y'all get paid to be on that committee.
I want to hear something. I want to hear what you're about to say.
ACC champion
has
no right being in the college football playoff. I don't care if Duke or Virginia win.
But
neither
hold on,
one of those teams should be in the college football playoff.
Wait. So, see, now we're gonna have a big debate because last year, Smitty was like, "Well, you played and me and you got into a fight in the street, and you." Well, Miami belt to ass Notre Dame. They both had 2 losses. Something has to happen there. Then there's no reason to play. Then, like the whole NCAA thing about who deserves a playoff berth. Is lies. They're lying to everybody then. Because if the strength of schedule mattered and head-to-head mattered, how the hell is Notre Dame ranked ahead of Miami?
All right, let me finish. Last thing that should be on the list, the Michigan offensive coordinator. You cannot win a big game by hiding your quarterback.
He's been doing that all year.
To whom much is given, much is required. If you're going to pay a kid $5 million out of high school per year, to be your quarterback, then goddamn it, you got to let him play. You got to go out there and call a regular game. And if he can't handle it, so what? We'll watch the film. We'll improve. We'll get better. But these OCs that think you can hide your damn quarterback and win football games at 225, y'all are the worst of the worst. So all those OCs, Stefanski tried to hide Shador. Michigan's head coach tried to hide whatever the kid's name is at Underwood. And, man, come on, guys. This is getting ridiculous.
Smitty, can I ask you a personal question?
You cannot win a football game by running the ball and throwing screens behind the line of scrimmage.
To go against what he's saying, Edub, I'm going to ask Smitty a personal question because Smitty knows. Smitty, when we go to the mall back in the day when we were younger, we used to go to the mall and try to have the baddest one in the mall with us.
100%.
Okay, so that was a flex for us.
Yep.
But if we hid them from our boys and didn't want them to see, what usually was that thing?
Big girl. It's a big girl.
Shout out to because you knew that she wasn't really like that.
We didn't want nobody to see because we didn't want nobody to know about it. We didn't want nobody to know about it. The gawk was real good, and that was just for us.
Yeah.
They know that these quarterbacks are shitty. Maybe that's why they're hiding them.
What was that? What was that?
They're shitty. They're shitty, Shaun. Stop making excuses, Shaun, for the coordinator for the quarterback. They're shitty.
And Michigan went 9-3, respectfully. So
Shador is shitty. Shador can't throw the ball over 10 yards. He's shitty. They're not hiding Shador. You're showing everybody how shitty he is. Just like the quarterback in Michigan. He's a freak athlete, but he's shitty.
Shador ain't shitty, but I hear what you're saying.
First of all, the kid at Michigan is a true freshman.
Okay, so the kid at Colorado.
Shador's a rookie. You
got Colorado.
You got in order to develop a quarterback, and JB, you know this, so stop just being an A+ hater right now. Damn. You gotta expose the kid to opportunities to succeed and fail. That's how you learn at that position. If I want Weddle to become a good in the box safety, I can't play damn cover 2 the whole game and tell him just come off the hash and you got half of it. I gotta put his ass in the box and let him see if he can read the pulling lineman or if he can read the direction. I got to see if he can get a reroute, for a guy in the slot. This guy agility. That's the only way he's going to get better. Same way at quarterback.
That's real.
Edub, anyway, the list is up and gone. Your Utah Utes won. They're staying in the mix here. It's going to come down to some interesting deals. Ole Miss, I believe, Syski, who's an insider, he came on earlier. He doesn't believe Ole Miss will get affected because of Lane's departure, but in the literature, the committee actually can drop them, just like Florida State when the quarterback got hurt and they were undefeated. So they have the opportunity to do the same with Ole Miss when they lost their coach in Lane Kiffin. Do you think Ole Miss will be affected? Do you think that'll affect Utah? And BYU has to probably beat Texas Tech, because if they don't, they're going to be in the consideration with 2 losses to maybe even bump the SEC champion loser out of it, which if it's Bama, probably knock them down because of their 3 losses. So there's going to be a lot of movement around here. Does Utah solidify their place with winning the other night, or they got to do something else?
Well, first, it's a travesty that BYU isn't already in the top 10 with their record and their resume and everything else compared to the 2 lost teams. Now, I'm not talking about Oklahoma, and I'm basically saying Notre Dame, Miami,
right,
and whoever else, right? I'm not talking about Oklahoma. I'm not talking about the other.
Yeah, Bama.
Yeah. What's going to be crazy is I think BYU is going to beat Texas Tech.
I have a feeling that I have a weird feeling that too.
And when that happens, and when Alabama loses to Georgia, what happens to Alabama at that point? Or on the flip side, what happens if Alabama beats Georgia? Now you don't have those 2 extra. Now you're saying Notre Dame is out. That would be so awesome. because all these teams outside of there's really, when I look at it, okay, the SEC is really top heavy. Tennessee didn't beat a winning team this year and was ranked all season. Tell me how stupid that is.
Yeah.
But it's because they're in the SEC. right?
Yeah.
So the really top of the SEC is legit, right? Those 4 or 5 teams, I don't really want to go through all of them.
You include Vandy in there?
And Vandy's a really good team. I wouldn't mind seeing them in it over a Notre Dame or Miami because I think have done more to prove that they should be in it.
So you agree with Shaun? The ACC shouldn't even have a representative.
Miami,
they're gonna have a representative because that's just the way the rules
are.
Yeah. Do they deserve it? No. Does like a Virginia or a Duke deserve to be in there? Well, they
like Duke,
and so
Duke lost to UConn.
No, I know. I understand that, but that's the way it is. So I'm not.
No, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying.
What if I said this? I think this year, and I know the schedules are made years in advance. This year emphasizes if you're in the Big 12, you've got to challenge yourself in your non-con. If you look at Texas Tech, I think they play like Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Kent State, and somebody else. I think out of Utah, BYU, Texas Tech, the best non-conference game was UCLA. I think Utah, you guys played UCLA to open the year, I think this showed that the Big 12 is not going to get any credit for having a one-loss team that didn't challenge itself.
On the flip side, listen, who was the only really good team Oregon played?
Indiana.
But Oregon has the ability, depending on. They have the ability to depend.
But if you're just talking about non-conference conference games, they've beaten 2 ranked teams. That's the same as BYU. BYU lost to a top 5 team and beat 3 ranked teams. So I mean,
what you're saying is accurate. I'm saying it looks like though the committee.
Yes, I agree.
Not giving a Big 12 ranked game a lot of credence.
Yes. And
you see what I'm saying? Like, so Oregon has a chance on any given year to play Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, Indiana, who's good now. Like, I just feel like they're getting more credit in the other conferences for the conference games than they are giving the Big 12.
No doubt.
That's fair.
Right, for playing each other.
No doubt.
Here's the thing. From what I'm understanding, from what I was just reading it yesterday, Notre Dame's in from everything I'm reading because they're independent. They're an independent. To me, that's the problem with this whole thing. You either should have got out of the pot, put your ass in a conference like BYU had to do, like these other teams had to do, because if you're automatically in because you don't have a conference championship game to be played in, then I don't understand how you're automatically in when you have the same amount of losses as the Miami, who has to watch their team representative play in a title game, even though they have the head-to-head win. I don't understand how this is. How does the independent get a pass here and just get automatically put in? And the safe haven and to the committees like get out of jail free card is, well, they can only be the 5th seed, because they can't ever be a top 4 because they're not in the conference. But they shouldn't get an automatic either, though. So
Notre Dame's not automatic.
I believe they are. Well, I'm saying right now as they sit, they're not going to be left out.
Yeah, but if what I say happens, that they're going to get bumped out.
Here's the thing with Notre Dame. They don't have a bad loss.
You're right.
Well, A&M could be now.
They don't. Pittsburgh's a fake.
But Miami lost to Louisville. Yeah. Like, you look at some of these teams, like they got some.
Miami shouldn't be in there.
SMU to lost to Cal.
Yeah. Notre Dame lost. Notre Dame lost at Miami to open the year against a Miami team that was top 5, and they lost to Texas A&M in a back and forth scintillating game. Texas A&M's only loss is a rivalry game against Texas.
Right. I agree with Shaun on that point. Like,
I agree with it. I agree with that.
Notre Dame to me is the top. Like fuck all that. Notre Dame's the top 12 team. If we just keep it, like, if I just look at it, in my opinion, like from what I'm seeing, like my eye test.
They've played Purdue, Arkansas, Boise, NC State, Boston College, Navy, Syracuse, Stanford. They beat a fake Pittsburgh team, and they beat USC. So they have one real win on their schedule. Why does that determine that Notre Dame is
I agree with that, too.
Top 10 teams? Because
at the end of the day, the losses have to count, Smitty, if your wins mean nothing. Like, they have not beat a soul.
What are we talking about?
The only problem with that is if you take away Texas Tech versus BYU, both of their schedules read exactly the same.
Right.
Yeah, but then they only have one loss though. Like
that's what I'm saying. They don't have two losses though. They don't have two losses though. The two loss thing has to count.
But my point is,
but now it's like now I'm getting punished for making a more difficult non-conference schedule now. Kind of what
Texas Tech didn't have their quarterback, but they lost to Arizona State. That's a bad loss. Whoever loses BYU Texas Tech is going to have two losses.
Right. Well, here's the issue I have though.
Yeah. I mean, it's
because the winner's going to get in. The winner of Texas Tech BYU is in the college football playoff.
Yeah, BYU. I would love for BYU to win. So then now two Big 12 teams, and it just pushes one of those teams
they're not bumping Texas Tech out of the playoff if they lose though. No, in my opinion, they're too high. They're too high. They're too high. So Texas Tech's in already.
I don't think BYU beat Texas Tech. It's a bad matchup for them.
Yeah, it's just
they had 4 turnovers in that game. It was little. They missed 2 field goals. Like
the problem is they can't block their front, Eric.
I get all that. I'm just saying it could be a different game if you convert those field goals.
Texas Tech is 2 touchdown favorites.
I never heard Eric on this show.
Like I said, Eric, like hard C.
Like said it powerfully though. He said Eric.
Texas Tech is a 2 touchdown favorite in the Big 12 title game.
So was the Rams, and they lost.
Here's my thing. I don't get how you have the losses are going to have to matter at some point. Edub, like the losses matter to your point.
If it gets in a conversation where Miami and Notre Dame and it's 1 spot left, Miami should get in because they beat them head to head. I mean, it's
yeah.
I think you should punish Miami for losing to Louisville. That's an ass cheek loss.
Well, SMU's worse. SMU's worse.
No,
it is.
If we fought each other, Shaun King, and I beat your ass, don't tell me about somebody else who beat me up. I beat your ass. So
that's the same thing that Texas is saying. Well, we just beat Texas A&M, and we shouldn't have scheduled whoever the first game, Ohio State, whoever they lost to.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. At the end of the day, you shouldn't have lost to Florida, who is an awful team. So don't sit here and say, well, we should be 10-2 right now. Well, if you were 10-2, you'd still have that Florida awful loss, and you'd be ranked below all those teams. So I don't know.
Do y'all realize we could have like multiple teams in the college football playoff without an actual head coach?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know what? I know you guys already chimed in on it, but it's crazy that the whole Lane saga and this and that, like. In 2004, Coach Meyer, who was our head coach in Utah, decided to take the Florida job. And they decided to keep him, let him finish it out. Coach Witt was the head coach in waiting. They basically were co-head coaches in the bowl game. So we knew weeks. We had a meeting. He told us what was going to go on. We told us what happened. He said he was going to let us finish it out. Let's go win this bowl game. It was the first time a mid-major went into a BCS bowl, et cetera. So it can happen. I think that these admins and get all crazy and this and that, like, oh, you're going to take her. The players are going to leave anyways. The coaches are going to leave anyways, whether they're going to leave or not right now or a month from now. Like, why not? It could be
only defense I have is the only issue I have is when I remember that game when Urban you guys won and you upset him and Urban hands like the keys over to Witt right on the sideline. I remember watching that game because I had Reggie Dunn and other guys on your guys' team, and Phil Blackman was there earlier and played O-tackle with me. And I get it. I was watching that game specifically for the transaction. I wanted to see because I was coaching, and I'm like, damn, how's that working? And then at that time, we had the coach in waiting. Manny Diaz was under Mac Brown at Texas. He was the coach in waiting. And James Franklin was at Maryland under Ralph Friesen. He was the coach in waiting. That was the thing.
Different era.
The schedule wasn't what it is now with the portals and the early signing periods and all that. Right. The NCAA dropped the ball and didn't forward think this to where I can change the academic schedule, which they can do. And they didn't change the fact that we're going to extend the season and keep extending it. We're damn near at the Super Bowl now with 12 teams. When it becomes 16, I don't even know when it's going to end. But
January
you added Smitty the early signing period to be in December, though. Like you added, you have to sign as a new coach in November. By Thanksgiving is when they want the new coach in place at these other institutions if you're leaving. Well, your team still got a conference game, possibly a championship game, and then the playoff is a month from now. So, like, how are you expecting this to work out, NCAA? Like, this shit is a joke to me, and I don't understand how it can continue. The only way is put a commissioner in, set a schedule where you can't even talk to someone else while you're on the job, in fairness of those kids and the fan base. More importantly, the fan base is what was getting dismissed here. No one's talking about the fan bases of these places because they can't do anything. They're just fans of EW Utah. They're fans of Shaun King at Tulane. They're fans of Ole Miss, Eli Manning, everyone that's came through Ole Miss. They don't care about the coaches and the players leaving. The players are at 4 different places in 4 years now. So there's no true player now. So now the agents got involved, and now the agents run a committee that goes through Jimmy Sexton, who's monopolized the market, Shaun, and controls 6 or 10 of the major coaches in the football. And so now I'm going to pit them against each other and get the highest dollar, the highest bidder.
Shout out to Jimmy Sexton. Hey, I want a USF for Tulane, dog. Hey, Marshall Faulk got Southern. Why? I mean, holla at your boy. Hit me up in them DMs, Jimmy.
Put your name out there, man. Put your name out there a little bit more.
So early signing day is December 3rd. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tomorrow or Wednesday.
Hey, yeah.
Like here's a crazy thing.
Wednesday.
You don't even know what you got and what your needs are at the school you're going to. I can drop a like you don't
let me ask you this, Edub. You're involved right now with Gage. Let me ask you this. You're involved with Gage. December 3rd is Wednesday, 2 days from today. How do I take the job yesterday for Lane Kiffin at LSU, Summerall at Florida, Silverfield at Arkansas? How do I get that job and know exactly who I want on the 3rd to sign if I've already haven't been looking ahead? Oh, yeah. Stop acting. Stop playing, Smitty. Stop playing us like dumbasses. Like we haven't already known we're taking these jobs, and these are the guys I need at Arkansas, Florida, LSU 2 months ago.
I'm surprised
because you're lying. You're lying to everybody.
I'm shocked at your take on this.
I'm just telling you.
I thought you'd be on the other side because you've coached at like 175 places.
That's the thing. No, I came out and said that too.
You went through all that, yeah.
I went through all that. Listen, I'm using both player and coach because I know how it is both sides of it. But I never lied to a team or a player. Never in my life have I said I'm going to be here and I fucking leave.
As a player, my senior year at Tulane, we were 10-0, and Tommy Bowden got the Clemson job, and he left, but he left the guys there that he was going to take with him to Clemson, and we went and won the bowl. I felt happy for Tommy. I didn't feel no resentment towards him.
Because there was no backdoor shady operations going on. Like, that's the problem now. It's not up in front like Edub just said about Urban. Urban let him know. Like, these guys, like, everyone understands Florida.
With Lane in this whole time, like, up until, like, the Egg Bowl, it was just like,
yeah, like,
I'm just focused on this, and I'm not really thinking about it. Well, you've been thinking about this whole time, and then you could tell the dynamics of the sideline. His players not even like respecting him as the head coach, and so you could tell like as
you mean the ones he's not taking, and he's not going to get a big
probably
LSU.
Probably.
Because the ones
as a player, you know, like Shaun, we all been there. Like, hey, we know how it is. Like when you're winning, people want you. So as a head coach, just let us know what's up. Hey, man, I'm getting interviewed for this job.
Can you imagine the locker room? Hey, Smitty, coach hit you. Hey, E, coach hit you up. Hey, JB, you heard from Lane? I got a text, baby. I'm going to Barrow.
I'm going.
Man. We can talk about this Lane Kiffin saga all day long, man. But let's transition to some NFL talk. The Rams fell to the Panthers, man, in Charlotte as Matthew Stafford probably had his worst performance of the season this year after breaking the record at the beginning of the game for throwing the most consecutive touchdowns without a pick. Ended up throwing 2 picks later on in that game. Still was in the game, had a chance to win, but the Panthers were able to get the dub. We'll go to you, Edub. Are you concerned at all after that loss? What's your takeaways?
No, I'm not concerned. I think Carolina is is at their place. They beat them. They beat who's the other one of the best teams in the league?
Bucks,
the Packers. They beat the Packers. So
the Packers.
A few things that stood out to me in this game. Just some key moments, like the pick inside the red zone, inside the 5 off the guy's helmet. Like that's an anomaly, but really that's 3 points off the board.
Yeah.
Potentially 7. Okay. Then you have the guy sat on a spray out, and shoot, that's going to happen every once in a while. You would hope that Stafford would see that, but when you're throwing a rhythm outcut, you just got to, in what I try to tell Gage, if that corner sits and that rhythm throw is off, like you got to get off, you got to get to your check down or something else. But it happens at the highest of the highs, and to still play the way they played, I don't think they overlooked them. I just think Carolina's much better than what they are. And they still had a chance to win at the end of the game. I felt like they should have kept running the ball late in that game with the rain and whatnot, especially in that last series. Shaun tends to get a little pass happy, but I would too when I got all those weapons. And then at the end of the game, this is my biggest critique. You got 4th and 5, and you drop 7, rush 4 with the game on the line, 3rd and 5, chance to get the ball back instead of cover 0, bring the house, force the issue. I don't know for the life of me why Coach Shula did that, and that can never happen, in my opinion. And I'm sure he's thinking the same thing. But listen, they lost. They got humbled, and it's better now. But they got a tough stretch coming up, and they got a chance for that number 1 seed. And if they don't get it, they're going to look at this game and not playing well down the stretch.
I don't care either, Edub, about idiots out there. Oh, stop riding Stafford's nuts. Shut up. He threw a pick 6. That was really his only bad ball. The other pick in the red zone was batted by a lineman's helmet and was picked. And be honest, after the pick 6, this is the difference between great quarterback play and shitty. He goes right fucking down and scored and threw another touchdown. Stop. Yeah. You act like this guy didn't throw 3 or 4 touchdowns a game every game. You're going to throw a couple picks, like I said. I don't care about the pick 6. Like
I don't either. My only comment is just be consistent with that feeling with all quarterbacks. I'm with you 100%.
No, I can't be. They're shitty. I'm telling you, there's a difference between a real one and a shitty one. Stafford's not the same as those other fucking nobodies. There's a difference.
If I was a Rams fan, I wouldn't panic. I think what we've seen this year is there is no singularly great team.
Yeah, you've said that.
There's some good teams, and even the bad teams can beat any of the good teams on any given Sunday. The Washington Commanders are absolute ass cheeks, and they should be fined for malpractice for what they did in overtime. Because they're 3-8, and
Mariota played well too.
And they didn't want to play anymore. They went for 2. Now, where the malpractice comes in is Denver should have a tie on their damn record, which when it comes to home field in the AFC, that decision is going to matter.
That's a great point.
Like they basically handed Denver the game.
Yeah, but if you're Washington, like to your point, this season's over, right? So it's you're not going to play. So it's let me go out here and try to get something.
The difference between a tie right there and a loss on Denver's record at the end of this could end up being home field.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the play at the end of it was a great call, and
it was wide open.
Yeah,
except for the fact that they didn't block their best pass rusher, Benito.
Yeah, he was hot.
That was the only flaw in the play design.
They full slid it, Shaun. He was hot. Deion was hot.
I know, but you're throwing hot against a back that's coming across the formation.
Oh, I get it.
Right, like so that was the fault. That was the deficiency in the play design. If that back, and listen, the back was open because he came from backside. But if the front side, you could put a little more air on the ball. He's wider. Like you got to know, maybe Mariota should have lost more ground.
Every play has a deficiency. We get it, but the play is going to be made.
Shaun, and you and I and Weddle, we're talking about like, okay, we get the whole play design. Like this is the experience for Mariota having a spot play this year. Probably retreats a little and just throws that bitch early. And it's wide open to that front pylon, which we've seen guys do when we're throwing hot off a DN, which we don't want to do by design. We want to slide. We want to put somebody on a defensive end. We don't want to throw hot off a guy. But they knew that's what the play was. So, hey, it worked perfect. and all you got to do is throw it to a spot early. But listen, sometimes it don't work out, man. It is what it is. So
I will say that, and it's much easier for a full slide. If that tackle sets out to him, it does be problematic for that running back to find it and get through. Yeah, but with that guy not being blocked, it's a cool swoop.
Slipped him. Yep.
And it's one of the most athletic defensive ends in football in Benito.
He's a bad boy, ain't he?
Yeah. I mean, maybe running it the other way would have been.
Hey, shout out to Mike Bundy, too, for being a real one, dog.
Hey, Smitty, let's talk about Jerry Jeudy and Shedeur real quick before we all get out of here.
Let's please do that, man. The clip, from their game where Jerry Jeudy and Shedeur was
this is crazy
on the sideline, looking like they're having a little bit of a debate about some play right there on the board there or on the
Jared Jeudy, if I was, I mean, this is this is such an insecure, fake tough guy act right here for an NFL player. It's just like, it's comical. Your reason. Everyone understands why you're just an average, below average receiver.
And all the talent in the world, he's waiting. Let's flip it to the hood real quick.
Yep.
And Shaun,
I can relate. Go ahead.
I want to get your guys' take on this. Oh, Edub can't relate. He only played with all that.
Shaun can't relate. Edub can. Shaun can relate.
I want to ask you guys all this, Edub, because Edub, you've been in these huddles. Is this not a thing though that we've created an atmosphere of that's my boy instead of my leader quarterback? Now we're having a debate like, because Smitty, this is like barbershop. This is like turkey bowl. This is in the street hood football right here. Yeah. I saw that too. To me, it's not a big deal because I think those two talk like that every day to each other.
Throw it to the flats. It's wide open.
But at the same time, you got a fucking guy who Edub just pointed out, who's a fake ass good boy. Everywhere he's been, he hasn't produced to his talent level. Right. And then you got Shedeur, who's created a persona, to Shaun King's point on this show for many months, that you asked for it. Now you're getting it in return too. So this is a whole big take on this whole thing. To me, it's many avenues to this right here.
Shaun, go ahead, Shaun.
So, this hurts my heart to say this.
Oh, you better not say this, Shaun.
But 90% of this behavior is black wide receivers.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know if they got like some kind of off-season meeting where they like, okay, you're going to be a diva this week. I'm going to be a diva. Last week it was CeeDee Lamb. This week it's Jerry Jeudy.
Well, there's not a lot of white wide receivers.
Right. I think about to say something way deeper than that. It's like 5 wide receivers.
Dog, it's
like 35.
Brothers, y'all got to cut this shit out, man. I'm just telling you, as a quarterback, like, perfect example, me and Keaton got into it on the sideline. Don't do me like this because you're going to drop some balls.
Yeah.
You're going to run some wrong routes. And I'm going to get in that press conference, and I'm not going to be like, Jerry Jeudy, dumbass, when he got inside leverage, supposed to run an out route. This Mamma Jamma runs a slant. I'm not going to throw you under the bus.
Aaron Rodgers would.
Don't be all in front of me clapping your hands and shit. If you want to come over there and sit down and be like, hey, this is what I saw, and I can be like, okay, my bad. I got pressure from the right. I couldn't see it clearly, so I missed that. And we could make some adjustments. But don't be over there standing up all in my face with your white gloves, clapping your hands.
Yeah.
Now you put me in a position where you're trying to punk me.
So many times.
Especially to your point and Weddle's point, like, Jerry Jeudy, respectfully, you ain't like that. Like, you're not even a guy to even be in that position talking like that. You know what I'm saying? You're not a top receiver in this game to be talking and using that type of energy in that situation. Go ahead, JB. You just said it best. Ego's the enemy. JB said it.
So many times these guys don't even understand or have a clue what's happening inside the pocket, right? And getting pressure, getting feel like they're running the routes. They feel like they're open. They're like, damn, why didn't I get the ball?
No, they're soft. They only do this when they drop balls. CD dropped 5 balls last week and had a full meltdown on a ball that hit him dead in the hands in the end zone. And went to the sideline. Damn near stroked out on the sideline in the middle of a game.
But at least CeeDee Lamb, to his credit, he did take ownership. He did say after the game, he said, "I gotta fucking catch the ball." Point blank period. Like he took it. He didn't.
Well,
he
how
didn't
about this,
back
man?
and put it on that.
How about this? Grow the fuck up. Stop having mental breakdowns on the sideline.
See, Smitty, it's easy to say it after the fact. We all look at, but during the game, you showed me up. During the game, you showed your ass. Like, it's easy to come out after and apologize and all that shit. But
but he didn't apologize. He just took ownership and said,
And Jerry Judy played like
Did he
ass
play better
cheeks
than
yesterday. Did y'all watch the game? He had like 4 drops. He played like pure ass cheeks.
Yeah, Judy can't say nothing. Judy's been a fucking damn near.
It's a joke. It's a mockery.
Here's how you know it wasn't just no normal banner. The old lineman got up
and
had to intervene at the end of it.
Yeah, he did. Yep, good call.
Hey, Edub, I know Rodney Harrison had an episode yesterday too, though. Speaking of stroke, I don't know what he had. Dr. Jesse Morse came out and kind of said what it could be.
Damn.
That was scary, though. It was scary to see that live.
He got stuck.
You know what? I couldn't tell if he was having a health issue or if he was so
frustrated
with information he had that he couldn't say live.
Nah. He been doing that way too long. Like he's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I think
that was
he
a help. Something happened.
lost his train of thought. Then he looked down at the seat, and then he couldn't like get it back. And then it was just like, oh my! It was like a realization that.
Yeah, like go, you guys go. Like you see him, he was like, I can't.
Yeah. I thought they handled it well, though. I thought they handled it well.
I think that he needs to like.
Take AJ hit me up and said that he heard from his buddy that is on the film crew. He said that he heard that the whole thing got fucked up in his head and he's okay. It was a whole malfunction on the communication and he was frustrated. Like, fucking, I can't hear it. Fuck it, go. So hopefully that's true.
When you're doing a live interview, you have an IFB, especially sometimes when it's loud. And you're listening to the producer for the topics, you can't always hear, even though you're standing next to somebody, sometimes you don't always hear exactly what they're saying sometimes. If you live, you hear it through the IFB.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit going on.
Hopefully that's what happened.
Present, listen to them. You trying to...
but I've been in those. And the reality was he asked what the question was. And my man was like...
but before we leave, I asked Bailey to play a clip. Because I wanted JB I wanted him to see something. I wanted him to see why you never give up, why hope is important, why you can't judge somebody based on half of a test. Bailey, if you could play the clip for us, please, sir.
All right.
Guys, we always say this, and it's always gonna be pretty. Man, offense, defense, special teams! I got one game ball.
Look at Justin Fields and stand there and saying,
I play with this. Nick, where you
Appreciate it. It's a great job today. We started fast, we sustained it, and then we finished at the end. So it's a great job. Let's keep it going next week.
Let's keep it going. I'll focus on my PATs, my kickoff.
I'm very confused, Smitty, on what was that video for?
What are we doing? Coaches out there.
Wait, what's the video for?
The JB be talking shit. You keep coaching your team. You keep building your culture. Don't listen to Jason Brown hating ass.
JB confused. Like, that was a waste of time.
That locker room.
That was a horrible mic drop.
That locker room looked like they believe in what Aaron Glenn is selling.
Smitty, are you shitting me, Smitty? Is that the fucking video you wanted to show us?
That was a pretty that was a letdown. That was pretty. This is a bad ending to our show.
For context, JB
I'll fix it, Smitty.
JB said Aaron Glenn is ass.
They're 3-9.
I don't give a damn. Them players are still playing hard.
They're fucking 3-9.
They look like they believe.
That's your mic drop?
JB, you gotta fix the show. You gotta end on a better note than that, JB. Fix the show, JB.
I got it. Bailey, show the video that our boy Kevin the Trucker created for us while the show was
Shout out
going
Aaron Glenn. Congrats on
I like Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, he's 3-9.
But that video just wasn't like the thing in the show. Like that.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't a mic drop. Like I thought it was gonna be some like. I thought it was gonna be some like.
You said Aaron Glenn was ass cheeks.
He is.
Nah, look like he got a team that believe in what he's selling.
All right, I'm in the show right. Take a look at this.
In the show the right way. For about a year or two.
Fact.
For about a year or two. Don't keep sliding. For a year or two.
Fact check it.
You were one of the top recruiters for about 2 years.
10 first rounders? Please show me another motherfucker at my level that had 10 first rounders.
So you're the greatest JUCO recruiter of all time.
The list got dropped. What's that? The list got dropped because those guys go to the league. So see, there's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference.
Well, why you keep saying my level?
Because I didn't coach at Bama, or I wouldn't have less on there.
So like JUCO recruiter of all time.
But in summation, if you took what I did at the lower JUCO level, right, where you got to build man,
Oh shit!
You shit me. I don't think that's high school.
That's AI.
Ain't no goddamn AI.
That's AI.
That was just dropped on ESPN, homie.
That's AI.
Chat GPT, homie.
I don't give a damn what you selling. When you walk in a house at the end of the day, you could be the best recruiter in the world. When you walk in a house at the end of the day, you gotta have a certain level logo on your fucking chest to get certain kids. Yeah.
Certain you do, but you can still get here's the philosophy. I'll drop a mic right here, Smitty. Smitty gotta go. I'm gonna drop a mic. Edub, you can recognize this. Give me a Ball State polo. Alabama's not gonna have everyone they have. That's the fact. I'm going to take one of them, Smitty. I'm going to take one of them motherfuckers, and they're going to play at Ball State.
I had a USF logo on.
They're shitty, though.
Rivals named me AAC Recruiter of the Year. I was exactly what you're saying. I got some kids that were Georgia, Alabama level that they did not actually have room to take that I got. But I had 2 kids that I had committed. Jerome Ford was one, and Malik Davis was another. Both playing in the NFL. Malik plays for the Cowboys. Jerome Ford plays for the Browns. Nick Saban flew in the day before, the week of signing day. And guys. Jerome Ford went to Alabama. I forget. I think it was Mullen was at Florida. They hadn't even offered Malik Davis.
You know what that's called?
And then they came down to Jesuit. They had a running back that decommitted. And so the logo matters at the end of the day. You can beat them on the kid if they don't want him.
Here's that's called the selector school, homie. I've taught that to Smitty on this show. The selector schools matter. They come in on the 23rd hour because their 5-star guy got dropped or got hurt or something happened ineligible, and he comes in and steals Eric Weddle, 23rd hour, boom. This is why, if you remember, Steve Spurrier at South Carolina hid. Well, I forgot that because my boy Little John was at Syracuse at the time and had
what?
What was the wideout at South Carolina that was big time that Spurrier had? My boy Todd Littlejohn was a DB coach at Syracuse at the time. Had him locked up. Had him sewn. Spurrier locked that motherfucker in a hotel room, and until signing period was over, and then he ended up going to South Carolina. He was locked to go to Syracuse. You have to do certain things to get guys to forget about what's going on. So
it's almost better if you're at a Tulane and USF to have a guy not publicly commit.
Jeffrey, that was him, the wideout.
Because what happens a lot of times, those bigger schools, when they know there's a really good evaluator and recruiter at a school that they feel like they can swoop in, they'll go look at your commit list and be like, oh, that's his area. We trust his eval. Well, let's go look at this kid right quick. And that logo, boy, that's a hard feeling. When you don't put the man hours in, boy, the kid goes like, man. Like, no matter what Ball State do right now, if Indiana want anybody Ball State got committed, Indiana can offer them tomorrow on the 2nd.
I wouldn't go that far, but I will say IU has built the brand and made it a little harder for sure. I will give you that.
Ohio State, Indiana. Can Indiana upset Ohio?
They can, but I got Ohio State winning that, but they will have home field advantage. The game is in downtown Indianapolis, so home field advantage will be for them. Great game. Ohio State gets the win by 3.
Here's why I think Indiana wins. This is the first legitimate quarterback Ohio State's played all year because they got Arch in the opener, and Arch was out there ass cheeks. He was missing all kind of layups. Yeah. They have not played a good quarterback all year. Mendoza's gonna make them pay for the mistakes that they make.
Hey, the wideout I was thinking of was Sidney Rice. It was not Jeffrey. My bad.
Baller.
Appreciate y'all, man. It's been a hell of a show. Big King, that's coming on late. Edub Mondays. Appreciate you, man.
Always.
Get that weight room, get them arms right. Bailey, JB.
Hey, I'm gonna come back on tomorrow because I owe y'all a little bit more time. So Bailey, send me a link.
Anyway. We need all day tomorrow. All right.
Send me a link, Bailey.
Smitty, you not on tomorrow?
We gonna talk. I sent you my whole schedule, Jay. You don't listen to that.
JB,
I got a lot going on right now.
If you need me, JB, I got your back, dog. You know,
Smitty. Let's make an Oreo show.
Yeah. Smitty
make an Oreo show.
Smitty trying to.
I'm in Atlanta working. I'm not trying to do nothing. I'm in Atlanta working. It's been on my schedule for months.
Hey,
JB
he like Lane
Kiffin. Look at my text.
He like Lane Kiffin. He trying to coach Ole Miss and LSU. He trying to serve two masters.
Nah, I gotta work. I gotta pay bills, homie.
This ain't working.
I
can't pay all my bills just from the JB show yet. We working to do that. I'm not there yet. You want a motherfucker to be homeless? Get divorced? This motherfucker, I gotta pay bills. Light bills. I'm in LA, homie.
I gave you 20 grand last month.
I rent fucking where?
You didn't get it?
Fucking 20 grand last month, Shaun King.
Hey, pesos.
Anyway.
Bailey, I ain't get 20 grand last month, Bailey.
Shit. Mike Bundy damn near fronted your whole shit, didn't he?
I didn't get it. It go to your account, and I don't know how.
No. He Venmo'd you.
Yeah,
hey, shout out to Mike Bundy too, because y'all smooth cussed him out last week, and he hung in there like a real one.
That wasn't him.
I didn't cuss Mike Bundy out. That was Gillian or whoever.
Gibby.
All right, I gotta go for real. Peace out.
All right, bet, Smitty. All right, Shaun, maybe tomorrow you can host with me.
I ain't ready to end it yet.
I gotta go though. I gotta piss. And I got shit to do. I got a lot of shit. I got other shows. I gotta fucking take the boat. I gotta do all this shit. I gotta take it there. I gotta go there. I gotta do this. I gotta go do all this other shit. I gotta take the boat, 50 grand. I gotta go get the interior done. I gotta get anyway. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow, man. Get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. Shaun King and I will host. And Steve Kim will join us. And we'll see you tomorrow, God willing. Hey, remember this though, Shaun. Ego is the enemy.
100%.
And also hypocrisy is a fucking mockery. So, Lane, take your own fucking advice. See you tomorrow.
Hey, I want you to sleep on something, JB.
Nah.
Where's the line between ego and self-confidence?
The line is, as a coach, I think we're all narcissists. I think I think we're all alpha males. We're all narcissists, but you got to own it too. I own my shit. I never hide behind my shit like Lane.
I thought it was Bush League Lane calling that reporter out. He said you got hoish behavior. Like, that's a part of it, dog. That was some whole shit. He should have took off on Lane, actually. He should have slapped him. That would have been an all-time great. He should have slapped him. Slap!
Now and you know, by the way, you did some whole shit because you knew you were leaving, so why you mad?
Right. And then he was leaving the field, dog. He told the escort, hold on, stop. And walked back to the dude. Like, he was leaving. He saw Buddy.
He said, meet me in the locker room.
Right.
I wouldn't have said that. If you really had beef, you wouldn't have said that. You would have had your boys tell him to come back in the locker room.
Hey, you know what would have been funny? He was like, oh, don't call me a hoe. If he'd have slapped him and said, my bad, bitch.
Hey, Shaun, you know what? I've had those scenarios. I had my people go out and get the guy and say, hey, coach, want to holler at you. And if you really was about it, nobody would have known.
Right. He was fronting. All right, dog.
Bailey, Paris, we're out. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.